This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes.
No way.
From the Aunt and Uncle No Sanosi and DIAZ Studios of Arizona, Jake Paul with low pay-per-view numbers. Dana White wants him to take steroid tests. Roybert Echeverria live with the MMA Holes. Yeah!
Wonderful.
I can't remember the studio name. I don't know why. I keep on saying Aunt and Uncle. It's Sanosi and DIAZ Studios of Arizona. Welcome to the show, friends. Our last Wednesday show of 2021. We got JBM Jesse in the house. We got
Hiya.
Mystic Moss, Chris in the house. JBM, how you doing?
Wonderful, Moss. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful. Listen, we still got the tree up. We'll
Yeah.
take it down, when the new year hits.
New Year's. You don't take it down before New Year's?
Yeah, we'll leave it up. But I got the
Everybody does.
2022 graphic over there and a happy pre-New Year. What a way to end the year as we discuss more Jake Paul fiasco stuff. But we have a special guest on the show, a person that is unblemished
Yeah.
in his pro resume.
Yeah.
This man over here, he needs an introduction of epic proportion. So I'm going to put echo on Jesse's voice. Live on the show,
Yeah.
who we got?
Roybert Echeverria.
Oh, there we go. Now, Roybert, welcome to the show. We're going to screw up your name. Is it Echeverria? Echeverria? What do we say?
Echeverria.
Echeverria.
That was pretty good. She got it pretty good then, right? Echeverria.
I'm pretty good.
I like that. Okay. So, Roybert, welcome to the show. It's good to have you here. We're familiar with the Goat Shed. We had on Law of the Goat on the show doing a documentary series. And here you are, one of the faces of the Goat Shed with that epic mask of yours. Off a big win. Roybert, first of all, where did this mask come from? I got to show the people this mask. Where did this mask come from?
Well, that's the anonymous mask. It's not a secret. Anonymous is it's a mask that people used to use as a protest against dictators, government dictators, emperors, people that wanna force rules and systems, all this stuff. And that's something that I live in my country. So I took that personal. And I just translate the significance of the mask through what I live and as experience on my country, and I just plasm my country's flag on the mask, and I just decided to wear it because that's what I used to wear when I was fighting against the government of my country.
That's actually a pretty cool story. I thought it was just, hey, I like the colors, and I threw it on my mask.
Yeah.
That is, the mask is very creepy. And here you are going into combat with this on. When you slide that mask over your face, is it wartime?
Yeah, it's a wartime. It's when you saw the mask, I want people feeling that we're ready. That's what I feel, and I want to make sure that even my opponents or people that support me knows that when I'm masked up, it's about to be lit. I'm ready to go. And I just have one goal, and it's go and do my job, get the win, if it's by any means necessary, So masked up, job done.
7-0 as a pro fighter, and I noticed that your last fight at Titan FC, you had a very difficult scrap. You got the job done, and if I'm not mistaken, there was something going on after that fight, right? Was there a little hostility or between your team and was it MMA Masters?
Yeah, I mean, they were kind of salty about the results. I mean, it was obvious that the fight went to decision. I would say I was surprised about the split decision. I thought it was unanimous, but after I watched the fight, I would say, all right, I understand why they may be given the first round. But other than that, I feel like I was dominating the whole fight, and they were kind of salty. They were expecting, of course, that I fall. They thought that we were like just hype, but they find out in a hard way that the hype is real,
And I was watching the face-off. There was a lot of hostility going into this thing. You were being respectful, putting the hand out, saying, good luck, or in the fight, and it seemed like they didn't want to have any respect going into this thing. When they did not reciprocate with the respect, did that put an extra chip on your shoulder to win this fight?
Yeah, I mean, for me, this is a straight business. I would get the job in the same way. Either he shake my hand or done. I have that type of things doesn't affect my mindset. That's why I call unbroken. I'm unbroken, just not physically but mentally too. So I feel like that really doesn't affect me. I will get there and do my thing. I was trying to be respectful, but like I say, it's a straight business. Tomorrow you will regret. That's why you're getting fucking trolled the whole last 2 weeks. You didn't shake my hand. That makes the story even cooler that I win over you. Otherwise, you would shake my hand. The story will maybe be different.
I'm looking at these highlights over here and these vicious leg kicks. My God, I would never want to be hit with one of those things. I'm assuming you practice this.
Yeah, for sure. Even that was a short notice fight that I took again. I mean, last minute opponent changing. I did my previous research and did what I did. I kind of get off the way with the game plan of going into the fight, but I did my job, So it is what it is.
It's interesting that you said you got off your game plan. I noticed a lot of fighters, you go into the fight, you're like, okay, I'm going to execute this, and this, and all of a sudden everything goes out the window because I guess it was an adrenaline, heat of the moment. You don't expect something that the opponent gives to you. So say if you're in the first round, you get to the stool, your coaches are talking to you. Are they trying to drill the game plan back into your head, or do you revamp and try something different?
No, he definitely, my corner definitely told me, yo, I mean, the fights, first round was pretty close because of this. Try to do this stuff. Remember, the game plan is this, but you're definitely doing your thing. It's working. So keep that, be disciplined on what you're doing. Do what you feel, Like, it's one thing is say, all right, I'm not going to execute this, but when you're there and you feel your opponent is maybe not giving you those some type of situations, or he's stronger than what you thought, or he's reacting different ways that you possible thought that he would do it, things change, So
Sure.
I had another game plan, but I adjust in the middle of the fight and execute what I feel that I should do, and was like, keep it standing, keep it simple, leg kick, jabs, and do my thing, put pressure on him. He was all day against the fans. I did what I feel that I needed to do to get the result.
Now, Titan FC, it must feel like home, right? You're competing there over and over again. This is like it's just another day at the office when you step in there. Are the nerves the same each and every time you get in that cage?
No, I'm gonna be honest. Definitely. My fan base has been increasing a lot over every fight. So, like, every time it's more people that go watch me, more people that follows my career, my journey, and that gives me some type of motivation and pressure for sure. But other than that, when we train at the go shed, we get used to that. You have to get used to this type of pressure. Being on a cage, we train on a cage pretty much 3-4 times a week, where we do sparring with the whole gym fucking screaming at you, roasting you. So you better get used to that, because in the event it was gonna be worse, you know. So every time that I step on the cage, I feel like I'm in my home. Like that thing that I do when I scratch my back and I roll over the fence is like, this is home, you know. This is my bed. I'm gonna do my thing. Like, I'm ready for this. I've been training, you know.
You were born for this, it looks like. And when you bring up the goat shed, they are animals over there. I'm looking into their Instagram page, and it's just killer after killer. Like, the guys coming out of there, a lot of prospects. I see Hector Lombard over there. I mean, is that how you guys keep so sharp with all the high talent there?
I mean, we have to. We've been building up our team and growing up around this hype. Now we're just backing it up. You know, we've been doing all this type of things just because we know that what's our capacity. You know, what we're able to do, what we're training for. So it's just matter of time and opportunities that when it's time to show up, time to back up all that we say, we just have to do it. You know, it's we train for this. You know, it's not nothing like, oh, now what I do, now I get this. No, we're asking for that because we know that we can handle it, you know.
And I see Diego Sanchez saying Goat Shed Academy, best in Florida. So you got some high-level UFC fighters shouting out the Goat Shed. You got a documentary. Now, is the documentary still going on, or is that done?
Yeah, the documentary, it got a little delay on with some issue that they had on production, but they're still filming. They're still doing their thing. Love to go. I hope they release by third quarter of next year probably. We still have a lot of stuff to film, but they've been working a lot. It's a self budget project, so it's kind of like hard to work on a high quality as we doing it by our own. So we still doing, you know, I'm just getting filmed, but they still
you're
doing
filming it. Wait, you're behind the camera filming it? Is that what you're saying? That'd be pretty impressive, like vlogging. And anyway, I'm looking at your Instagram, and you got the verification check. Some people, how did you pull that off? 65,000 followers on Instagram. My God, you're a hot commodity.
Like I'm saying, hype is real. Like it's about back it up what you say. Fortunately, I applied for the verification, and I got approved. I accomplished the requirements that they need to be blue check. And I mean, I guess they did their research on news and fucking YouTube, Google, whatever, and make sure that I'm verified.
There you go. Well, there you go. And are the other guys in the gym that aren't verified like, son of a bitch? Like, are they all pissed off at you?
That what?
Are other people in the gym jealous that you have the verification check? Because I'm jealous. I mean, Jesse, are you jealous?
No, I mean, we family. They're definitely happy for me. They all want to also. But we work on that. We all the Goat Shed page gonna be verified soon. Hopefully, all of other fighters gonna be verified soon too.
That's great.
We just have to work and make sure that our marketing and our brand keep growing, and that will come by itself.
You should make a shirt with just a big blue check on it. Every time you walk into that gym, be like, hey guys, I'm here. The celebrity's here, okay? Get on your knees. By the way, I want to say congratulations. Getting on your knees, I'm going to segue over here. I just saw on your Instagram that did you just get engaged? What happened here?
Everybody it's out for me, and you just congrats me about that.
I'm late to the party. Look at you on the beach getting on the knee. Wow, this is beautiful. So what happened here?
I mean, I can't be undefeated on everything, you know. I got someone that fucking broke me. That's my girl. I mean, I love her. I came with her. I came with her together from Venezuela. Since we came to this country, we've been through a lot of stuff.
Aww.
She has stick with me through everything, support me. So I feel like, I mean, definitely she deserves be part of what's coming for my career and our future together. So
That's awesome.
I mean, I feel blessed to have her on my side, you know.
That's a pretty wild story, huh? So you came over to the U.S. from Venezuela, you're saying, right?
Yeah.
And how long have you been together?
Almost 6 years.
Wow, 6 years. So she's been through your whole journey then?
Yeah, like since we came from Venezuela. Like she actually saw me fought amateur in Venezuela. Like my second fight, then we came here and, you know, all shit goes on and now here we are.
What does she think about you competing in this? Does she get like super nervous? I mean, here now, fiance getting in a war. I mean, what does she think about that?
I mean, she sometimes when the fight's done, she start thinking with the brain before she start thinking with the heart. So it's kind of emotional.
Mm-hmm.
Before too, like before she's like, oh, you're gonna fight this guy, but why this guy? Or like, I'm like, man, just stick to your side for a moment. Let me train. Let me do my thing, and don't get too much involved. Just support me, and that's your position on that situation. But like, she definitely it's with me riding dire life on, like, I feel I can ask her for more, you know.
That's amazing.
I mean, she's like a soldier for me.
A great story. So does she ask you to wear the mask in bed? No, she's like, put the mask on. No or yes?
It's about to get lit.
That would be amazing. That's like the power move. Just put the mask on. We're live.
I'm broken.
We're with Roybert Echeverria. From the Goat Shed Gym, 7-0 professional fighter over here. Very promising future. And you got the lady on the side. You got the career going great. Now, is this your full-time gig? Do you do something on the side, or is this it?
No, I'm 24/7 on this game. I feel like I used to be before pro. I mean, for sure I wasn't making money out of fighting, so I was, you know, being like a part-time fighter. But when I decide to be a professional and make that step up in my career, I knew that there's no part-time fighter. There's no part-time on this life. Mm-hmm. You should be 24/7 on what you really want, if you really want it, and also sacrifice whatever you have to sacrifice. You know, probably at the beginning won't be as easy as people think. That you fighting, you do like the start of the night because you won, but before that, you know, you have to struggle through a lot of things, do diet, make money at the same time, however you make money. But fortunately, I have good sponsors that believe in me and sponsor my career, and I'm allowed to live my dream and pay my bills and train at the same time, doing what I love. So that I had the opportunity. I'm blessed to be 24/7 a fighter, and this is my job. Training and fighting, you know.
That's amazing. Yeah, it's actually a really cool story. It's inspiring. You know, you're only 26 years old, correct?
Yeah.
26 years old. You're a full-time fighter. You got a beautiful fiance that you're going to marry. You wear the mask in bed during sex. What else did we come up with? So what's next now? I mean, listen, 7 pro fights. Are we looking at, you know, are we staying in Titan FC? Are we looking at other things? Perhaps, I don't know, Contender Series, you know, like a lot of the Bellator, other companies out there, or are we staying put right now?
Right. I mean, my first year, I have just 1 year as a pro. So it's everything went too fast, I think, at the beginning. Like I did pretty much 7 fights in a year. So it's now we gotta like kind of slow down. I'm in a point. I'm in a position where I can make a mistake right now, because I could pay in a hard way. So I have to like take a little bit slow. I'm gonna be more smart about my career. I mean, of course, with my manager and Jim, and see what's next. We have a lot of offers on the table right now. So probably the goal is being a UFC or contender if it's necessary, by third quarter or end of this year coming up, 2022. But at the beginning, I guess we're gonna see what's next. Probably we fight Titan, probably the title. I don't know, or Combate. You know, we'll see. What's the best? What's the smartest move to do, and then of course that will have to guide us to the goal, which is being a UFC at the end of the year.
It seems like you're in really good hands with Goat Shed and the people around you. They're bringing you up slow in a way so you could learn and progress as a fighter and stay unblemished and get to the finish line in one piece.
Yeah.
That seems like a good story.
That's all on Goat Shed hands. I mean, I trust them. I trust my coach and my managers, and I feel like we're in a good road with a good track. And I mean, it's been working, you know. So I know things are kind of different of what's it's used to seem on this fight game about like the trash talk or the respectful way or whatever, the bullying, all the stuff. It's different how we handle things on the gym on our careers or marketing. It's different, so that's working and that's what matters, you know. I mean, we just have to make sure that the time that we put in the work behind all what we say, all what we do, because that's what gonna matters at the end of the day. Because you can talk all you want, but if you don't back it up at the time when you have to, it's a big big thing, you know.
That's pretty interesting right there. We got some donations that we're gonna play real quick. Let's see what the chat has to say.
Super chat.
This is just a super chat from a Luke Lamborn. I don't know if you know him, but thank you, Luke Lamborn, for the super chat. Appreciate that. We got something else to play over here. Let's see. This is from an Uncle Mike H.
Wonderful.
And it says,
Happy birthday, Roberto.
It's not your birthday, but Roberto in our chat. Would you like to sing happy birthday with us?
For sure.
Okay, now Roberto happens to be one of our highest donators over here. Very nice guy, has a very big cock. Like I'm talking, what, 9 inches, right?
Yeah, like.
So,
God damn.
don't ask me how I know that. But anyway, let's sing Roberto a happy birthday. How's that sound, Roybert? Excuse me, I was going to call you Rayberto. You in?
Rapist.
Rapist. Okay, ready? Let's do it together. What do you say, Jesse? Ready? Lead us in song. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Roberto.
Happy birthday
To you. All right.
You threw me off there, Mom.
I had to play games there. Thank you,
It went mute for a
Roybert.
second.
Look at that. Look at this. A celebrity just sang him happy birthday. Look at that, Roybert. You might have to open up a Cameo.
Now I'm going to accidentally call him Royberto.
Like Island Boy.
Oh, could you give us a little Island Boy? Are you familiar? Yeah?
I'm a Venezuelan boy. I'm a MMA-Holes.
Yeah, love it.
Nice twist.
We got something else coming in here. This is from D-Rest.
Colby Covington wants to kiss your hand. Donald Trump.
Oh man, I'm dancing.
Kiss your hand. Kiss your hand.
Holy cow. Okay, all right. He played a little song for us. Let's see what he has to say.
Osporakos MMA-Holes.
Okay. Can we translate this? It says what, Jesse?
I don't know.
Os Paracos MMA Amam Voche. Am I saying that right? Is that alien? You don't understand that, right?
I don't know.
It's a weird community. Oh wait, this person you might know. Okay, hold on a second. This is from The Glove Touch. He has something to say here.
Roy, what happened with your corner guy in the suit and that other dude after you fought? I followed your whole team backstage and your corner guy started throwing punches at some bully-looking motherfucker with a beard.
So yeah, we were touching on this a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I mean, they were salty about it. My win. They didn't accept it, so they were claiming bullshit about like, oh, we put the judges and like we didn't want. And the fact was that guy that was saying that just got beat by one of my teammates. The guy followed them, pull out in a fight against me, and I fought the best of them three. I fought it that night, so they had nothing to say. Like, I just beat your best guy, and the other guy got beat by my teammate, and you pull out in a fight against me. Now it doesn't even make sense. Fight you, So shut up and get away. Yeah.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, we've had a couple of guys from MMA Masters. I think Colby Covington is now over at MMA Masters. What are your thoughts on a guy like Colby Covington?
I mean, I don't even care about that guy. Like, it's. I mean, I don't even know what.
What do you think about Jake Paul? Jake Paul, who is all over the place.
Man, he's doing his thing. Like, I really have to congrats. He's backing up whatever he says, and doesn't matter how is he doing it. He's making the money what he's saying, and he's knocking people out. Like, you can what you can say? Oh, that was a bad fight. Go you fight and prove that was bad. Yeah, that was bad. I mean, there's not much about say about that. Like, that guy is killing it. He's doing money. He's a Jones still. It's people put a lot of pressure on him, but if you really see, it's a guy that has just 4 fights.
Mm-hmm.
What you think that he's gonna fight a nobody? He has to fight big names for the money that fucking he offers, and if he beat them, he beat them. He's picking his opponent probably, but he's being smart. He's not gonna fight a world champ with 30 fucking fights when he has just 4. It doesn't make sense. But people put a lot of pressure on him because he's just a big name. But he's starting. He's not a big name on the fight game. He's a big name outside the fight game.
Mm-hmm.
Now he translates all his fan base to this community, so it looks like he's big. But that's not how it works,
I noticed that Goat Shed was his last fight. I noticed that there was a bunch of Goat Shed guys in the corner. Like, were you one of those guys? I can't remember.
Yeah. On Logan's fight against Floyd, and one of their guys were security for Jake too on his last 2 fights with Tyron Woodley. We have like pretty good relationship with them, with the Pauls brothers. So no, I mean we want to support them, but it's a fact. Like, like I'm not lying. If I don't like the guy, they do it. Why fucking Floyd didn't knock out Logan? Maybe it was the weight class, maybe not. But the fact is that he didn't, So and just stand up on a fucking ring with the best boxer of the whole time for the whole round and went to decision and get a draw. It's just amazing, And plus that, make a big check. You can hate whatever you want, but it won't make any difference.
Yeah, listen, the guy's gonna laugh his way to the bank every single time. Yeah, and that must have been nuts though, the Floyd Mayweather, because I noticed there was a lot of Goat Shed going on there. You guys, every picture I saw, there was the guys with the Goat Shed shirts on. And what kind of circus was this though with the Floyd Mayweather Logan Paul situation? Was it just wild?
What? Sorry, what?
The Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul situation. That must have been insane. The circus that surrounded it.
No, that was epic. That was definitely a epic moment. I would say for the sport, since they crossing those two different communities, which is fucking the young generation, the guys that are in the internet, like YouTube influencers, all that type of community, with the old community, which is boxing and who's following Floyd Mayweather for over 30 years and through his whole career. It was a crossover, so it was massive, so the energy definitely was big, and just be part of that was amazing. Like, leave that moment and feel that whole energy. Just at some point just make me dream more bigger than I was dreaming. You know what I mean? I had a goal first when I saw that, I was like, all right, this is what I want is just this. Now I want this. So because I'm definitely on the actual game. I just know I have to be smart, and I feel like I'm pretty young to do it still. You know.
It must have been really inspirational, right? Seeing like things like that go down, and the sky's the limit. I got a couple more donations here.
Thank you.
Well, this is actually from Kendall Volker, and she says, "Roy had the fight of the year. Congratulations, mi hermano."
Yeah, thank you, Kendall. That's my sister out there.
Yeah, Kendall has spoken very highly about you. She's actually set us up over here, so thank you very much to Kendall for that.
Thank you, Kendall.
And also, we have another one here coming in from Kendall. Let me let this thing play.
Super chat.
Okay, super chat. Here's Kendall again.
Yeah, Roy, congrats on the engagement. Happy New Year, everybody.
Look at that. Perhaps a threesome, maybe? I don't know. Kendall, you, the fiance? What's going on? The mask?
I'm down.
How is it now that you're engaged? And I mean, listen, you're a professional fighter. You got the physique. You got the, the momentum going on here. There's got to be a lot of ladies throwing themselves out at you. Do you what do you do here? Like, do you keep a stick and beat them away? Like, how does this work?
I'll just keep it professional.
Smart answer. What about after parties and stuff like that? You just go straight home, or do you go out and party?
I go after party. I have go like 2 times, but I usually just go eat and just and keep enjoying the night. I'm a type of guy that my philosophy for now it's I haven't won anything yet. I feel like I'm a champion if that works. One night, next day it's different. It's completely different. Everything's over. So I just gotta be training for. I've been training. I train even this fall. Next day, Saturday, I was in the gym sparring, moving around, keep trying to improve. For now, I haven't won anything of my goals yet. Of course, I'm closer to, so I make kind of like happy for it and celebrate it. But I can't chill yet. You know what I mean? Until I get what I want to be, then I'm pretty sure that when I get what I want to be, there's gonna be bigger goals set. So let's see how it goes.
I'm excited to see what's in store in the future. I saw someone followed us on Instagram. It's Edgar Echeverria. I'm assuming related?
Yeah, that's my dad.
Oh.
I started with him training since I was 8 years old. That's my inspiration. That's the man who brought me to this world, and he's with me on all the fights and my whole family, and
Wow, so you have a bloodline of killers over here. I mean, this is crazy. So when you were growing up, you were a young man, you were thrown right into the mix of martial arts, correct?
Yeah. I mean, we start with jiu-jitsu. I start with judo first because back then on my country wasn't the jiu-jitsu community wasn't that big, so I was like pretty much the only kid that was trained in jiu-jitsu at that time. So I was just like fucking around with the big guys. I was like 8, 9 years old. I was like the annoying kid that wants to train, But so I was doing actually a legendary sport, which was judo. But as I grew up, I started getting more serious and involved on the classes and all the stuff in jiu-jitsu. And I already learned them before because I was fucking around, but at the same time I was learning. So that was cool. With my dad. Then we stick together. He booked my first 2 fights on Venezuela. I was under his wing when I was there and on the whole team. And then moving here, things changed just because that's how it should be. I keep growing, and he just stick to his game, which is jiu-jitsu. And he of course give me advices personally and some things that he knew. He's very, very honest with me when he sees something, and I really look up to him and listen whatever he says.
That's amazing. That's a great story right there. I got a story for you. You ready for this?
Yeah.
So, I mean, he must be very proud of you. And my father's very proud of me. I went to judo when I was a young lad, and I never passed white belt. In fact, I went to 2 tournaments and got my ass whooped all over the place. And I cried and said, please get me out of this before I off myself. But I notice as children, like, if your parents are doing something, you look up to them, you want to be like that. My dad wasn't doing judo. He just threw me in the mix, and I was like, I don't want to do this. But you, I was just a big pussy. But you doing this, right, after and following in your father's footsteps, he must be incredibly proud of you.
Yeah. He told me that he is, and I'm pretty sure, like, I'm noticing. But like I say, he celebrates with me every step on things that I commit close to my actual goals, but he reminds me to be humble and to be like we know where we want yet, so we can relax and we can think that we're on top of the world, or like, because it's sometimes you could let the hype that you creating get into you. You know what I mean? And if I fall through that, I could fucked up, you know, because this world, you have to be like really focused, really disciplined. And here in Miami, man, it's, you know, there's it's a different life. Like I especially me, I live in a fucking downtown of Miami where everything's going on.
Sure.
Besides training, and I try to don't leave the gym at all. Like I try to be there since 7 a.m. to like 9:30, 10 p.m. with that, at the point that when I just get home, I just want to sleep. I don't want to even check my phone or fucking go out, you know?
Wow, that's pretty loyal over there. And are guys kind of like in the gym saying, hey, come out for a couple of drinks, get any peer pressure? Or everyone's pretty much...
Yeah, there's for sure guys always that aren't that focused as you, or that doesn't take it that serious as you. Probably they try to enjoy more the life and the journey through the process. It's not that I don't do it, it's just I do it in a different way, I guess. So yeah, there's even probably not guys from the gym, but people that I know that live here in Miami, and people that wants to be around with me and take me to party or dinners, celebrities, influencer that knows me and stuff, that wants to hang out with me. But I just go straight to them. I mean, that's not my life right now, you know, like that's not what I'm trying to do. Maybe I go sometimes because connections, and it's necessary to go out there, relax, and also make good connections, because this is what this world about. I can be a fucking calf and be in gym the whole day and don't know nobody, and you know, because that won't give me also the results that I have outside like on platforms like Instagram. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't market myself like as I do. Probably it wouldn't be where I am right now.
Yeah, so you everything in moderation, right? And I'm noticing your Instagram is blowing up. And what would you give as advice? Say if there's a young man or woman in the chat right now that wants to know how to be an influencer, how to be someone to gain a following, what would be good advice for them?
I mean, I'm not expert at that, but I would say, man, be yourself. There's gonna be people that will identify with you. Don't fake and don't fake anything. Don't be a fake person on Instagram. Even that's what's natural right now. That's what is normal. You see fake life, fake titties, fake ass, fake everything. You know what I mean? But the truth is that if you see persons that are real, that real influencers are people that are themselves, people that do things as natural as they are, you know. Like most of the funny people that has a ton of followers, which is more my community, like Latin community. I have a lot of influencers connection that they just do comedy. They just themselves. That's the people that I pretty much learn from, and I do myself when I'm training and I'm having fun and I want to say whatever the fuck I'm gonna be dancing. You see my stories on the gym, on post, and I'm every time dancing, you know. But that's just how I am. like I'm not dancing because for the camera. I just post something. I'm just being myself, you know. So
Absolutely.
I would say just be yourself on any circumstance that you are right now. Any if it's a sport, if it's whatever, I don't know. There's TikTokers that are famous being themselves doing fucking handyman, and they famous.
Yeah, it's wild.
I seen that. So it's interesting. Like there's no people that wants to do handyman just for TikTok. They handyman for real. You know what I mean?
It's crazy. It's crazy what gets popular. And I noticed, I'm going to backtrack a little bit. You said people are on Instagram showing their butts and this and that. There is a former UFC fighter named Pearl Gonzalez who competes in bare knuckle MMA who just got her booty done. Let me show you this. Here, check this out, Roybert. You're going to love this. She just got her booty. Whoa. I don't know what she put in there, but yeah, so Pearl Gonzalez, what do you think about that? Fixing up the rump.
I mean, that's how she does. That's how she does her things. Now that's part of her. Even that's not real. It's part of her. So I guess she have to take advantage of his investments. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely. And if things don't go well in the MMA world, you can always get a butt implant.
Exactly. Probably try. I don't know. I think the next transgender fighter probably.
Well, anyway, listen, Roybert, it was a pleasure talking to you. So you're saying within the end of 2022, you're saying that there's a good shot that you could be going in the direction of perhaps a UFC. Is that a prediction?
Hey man, yeah, my man. That's what the road looks like. Hopefully everything goes well and goes well, and we'll probably be doing the same podcast in MMA-Holes, but me as a UFC fighter next year.
Listen, I'm a fan, and we tell everyone that comes on this show, we're immediately a fan. You're an MMA-Hole now. Welcome to the community, Roybert. And any last words to say to the best community in the world, the MMA-Holes?
Stay unbroken.
Stay
unbroken for me. Just two people that will maybe ask what that means. It's stay unbroken mentally, stay unbroken physically. It's everything wherever you go through life or situation. It could be economically, it could be emotional, it could be anything. Remember, be unbroken. Don't let anything break you down. Don't let the hard times humble you, and just go forward. Every day is a different day. Every day you will think different. You will find a solution. Just stay strong, but stay unbroken. Stay strong. Strong is one thing. Unbroken, I feel like is over strong. So for me, stay unbroken means a lot. You know.
There we go. Well said, Roybert. Thank you very much for coming on. We're looking forward. The next time you got a fight coming up, feel free to come back at any time. How's that sound?
Thank you, my man.
All right, Roybert Echeverria live on the MMA-Holes. Let's go, baby. Let's go. The Unbroken. I like him. He's he's a guy that I would root for. Nice guy, 7-0, and I like to root for undefeated people. You know, I don't like to root for losers. This guy's not a loser. He's a winner. And shout out to Kendall in the chat who introduced us. Very nice guy. So here he is. Go follow him on Instagram, the Unbroken Roy, with that blue fancy check mark next to the name. 64.9 thousand followers from the Goat Shed. Go follow the Goat Shed as well on Instagram. Goat Shed's producing some really good young studs coming out of there. Florida has some savages. And speaking of savages, it's savage behavior quality content. The Goat Shed. I like the way they're pushing themselves out. So follow Goat Shed Academy. Follow Roybert Echeverria, the Unbroken Roy. Let me know in the chat what you think. Are you a fan? Let me know what's going down.
Super chat.
JM saying
Ariel HELWANI #1.
I like that's #1 bullshit.
Kyle, this is #1 bullshit.
What? Thank you for the donation, though. I appreciate that. If you'd like to donate again, feel free. D-Rest.
Wonderful.
D-Rest got something to say.
Echeverria, you are an MMA-Hole.
It's official, baby. He is an MMA-Hole. Right? Why not? D-Rest, thank you for that donation. Appreciate that. You're wonderful. Appreciate all the donos tonight.
Wonderful.
Edgard Menages. Probably saying that wrong, but welcome to the community. Thank you for the subscribe. Appreciate that. So, friends, we got some stories to get to tonight. A 2-hour extravaganza, the final show of Season 5. Going down tonight on the MMA-Holes. We got Alberto.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Mystic and JBH, for the happy birthday beer.
My man, Roberto, thank you and happy birthday, my friend. Listen, when Roybert goes into the UFC, you can clip that part over there and say, hey, man, my man sang me a happy... When he becomes a UFC champion, the Unbroken, the Hearns can just clip that and say, let's go. Let's go. That was a great interview. Really enjoyed this one, says JM. Hell yeah, man. Listen, like, we have people... I like having some of these younger fighters that haven't really hit the UFC yet. You know, I like to switch it up and give these guys a platform, you know, to just kind of spread the word and get the name out there. And when they do hit the UFC, I scratch my back, I scratch your back, you scratch my back. You know, then we're friends. No. But it's cool, man. Like, we've seen a bunch of fighters come on this show and work their way up into the UFC. We've seen guys like Chris Curtis, William Knight. We've seen guys like Justin Sumter hit the Contender Series and Nick Newell hitting on the Contender Series, going to the Bellator scene. And I don't know, it's just really cool, man. It's cool to interview some of these guys and just learn about people on the regional scene and catch them while they're green. But this guy's got a lot of talent. You can tell he's focused. You know, he's zoned in on the craft, and it seems like the sky's the limit. So shout out to Roybert. If you missed the interview, run it back. Run it back. We're going to play a word from our sponsors, get into the news, and hang with the fucking boys. You know what I'm saying?
Hanging with the boys.
Jake Paul, 65,000 pay-per-view buys is what's being said. Dana White having some jokes. Jorge Masvidal having some jokes. Jake Paul, well, he's saying, well, this is not all true. We'll get into that and some more UFC news after these words. Up in this bitch. 2021's not over yet. We got some news to talk about. So everyone hit the fucking like button. Got MrGrew@CBD.com for the 20% off MMA-Holes. That's right, discounts for the peoples. Smash the fucking like button. Smash it up, friends. Let's hang with the boys. Having a grand old time on Wednesday night, Friday. We're going to be getting a little toasty again. So make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. We're all here for each other until the UFC comes back, holding hands and hanging with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
Do like that guy and smack the like button. That little white piece of shit. Look at him. Just beating the shit out of that like button. Hit it up.
Wonderful,
all right.
Wonderful.
Thank you. All right, let's get back into the program here. For God's sakes. I tell you, some of the nicest people we've met on this doing this show. 5 years of doing this show. We met like the coolest personalities. Really, I'm proud to be doing this shit. I really am. If we weren't doing this, we wouldn't have the opportunity to meet some cool people. Some cool people in this chat. Some cool fighters out there and just personalities and all that shit. It's pretty cool. Pretty groovy. All right. Anyway, let's talk about this. So one thing I want to start with, there's an interview that Teddy Atlas, let me pull it up over here. Now, some people, have some choice words for Teddy. I've had, in the past, I've criticized Teddy Atlas, but one thing I can't criticize him for is being honest. Whatever pops into that man's head, if you don't know who Teddy Atlas is, he's been around forever in the boxing world. Very loud. Some may say obnoxious. I don't know, in some sort of way. But he's very truthful with what he sees, he just lets you know. If he thinks there's shitty judging, he just says there was shitty judging. If there is corruption, he will say, yes, there's corruption there. And Teddy Atlas, who is like literally, when you think boxing, Teddy Atlas is like one of those guys, one of those go-to guys, one of the faces of boxing, in my opinion. And he's doing a podcast. He had Dana White on. And I have to admit, I was incredibly shocked. Like, my jaw hit the fucking ground when I listened to a little bit of this podcast. We put it in our community section. And let me just show you guys in case you didn't see it. And one's in the chat if you have seen this interview. So I know. But here it is. We put it on. And if you missed it, run it after this show. But yeah, Teddy Atlas had Dana White on. It was an hour interview, and Teddy's a little long-winded, but it opened up with like literally I was like, come on. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And I listened to the whole damn thing. I was like, he sold me. Teddy Atlas is an MMA guy now. Teddy Atlas was going on and how boxing is literally on the way down. And UFC is just literally blown. It says, you have leaped past boxing. He's not wrong. And what's crazy about this, the thing that really, I shouldn't be surprised, but I would say, 3 years ago on this channel, on this show, I made a mystical prediction saying that the UFC is going to be bigger than boxing. And it's happening quicker than I expected. It's crazy. It is a crazy phenomenon. When you have guys like Teddy Atlas saying this, it's wild how mystical I am. So Dana was on there. They were going back and forth. They were shooting the shit. It was a really interesting conversation between the two. And of course, little Jake Paul jumps into the mix. And Jake Paul, who reportedly had 65K pay-per-view buys, that is absurd. That's incredibly low. But I'm not surprised. Tyron Woodley slips in last minute, slides in there for the rematch. They didn't prepare for that. I don't think Tommy Fury was going to make much money with him, to be honest. I really don't. I think they were going to nosedive in this one regardless. A lot of people stole it. A lot of people just basically went online and hit the old Googles and snatched it. Not saying that's the right thing, not saying it's the wrong thing. But when you have a pay-per-view that's complete, dog shit, what are people going to do? 65K buys. So Jake Paul said something about Dana White. He's alluding to the fact that he does cocaine. So Dana White doubled down when Teddy Atlas asked him. He says, I'm putting something out there. What was funny is Teddy Atlas and his co-host wasn't really leading him down this path. Dana decided to crowbar this in. So he clearly has thought about this. And he said, I think it's for a year. Let me see if I can get the quote. Let's see. What do you guys think about Pearl Gonzalez's ass job? Here's the challenge. Dana White offers Jake Paul drug testing challenge, responds to Paul's call out of Nate Diaz and Jorge Masvidal. Let me find the quote. So this guy keeps on saying, I'm a cokehead. Okay, he can randomly cocaine test me for the next 10 years if I can randomly steroid test him for the next 2. Now, if I'm Jake Paul, I'm taking this, right? But that's pretty fucking... that's pretty funny, man. That's pretty freaking funny because there has been speculation that, not like Jake is roiding up, but I'm sure Jake is taking things that he would piss hot in a USADA test. And Tyron probably is too, if you really, let's be serious. They're probably all doing it. And once you're out of the UFC testing, the USADA testing system, I would imagine, I would get on the sauce, So I'm not even criticizing Jake Paul even if he is on any fucking steroid. Who gives a shit? If you're not testing, like, what the hell? Fight guys that are on steroids? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Steroid test Dana, he would pop. Yeah, that's what he should come back with, right? Well, Dana, admittedly, he's on testosterone. He's on all that. He's on that Joe Rogan stuff. Dana White was a fucking string bean. So that's true. Hey, the Unbroken Roy has just subscribed. Let's go. Let's go. Undefeated. Unbroken. Thank you for the sub. Look at that. See, I said he was an MMA-hole. Look at that.
Ah, super chat.
Travis dropping the 10 spot. What?
PPL didn't buy that PPV because they knew Woodley wouldn't let his hands go. If Jake has the right next opponent, it's still a big money fight. That KO saved his career.
It looks like, and thank you, Travis, man. $10 donation. What? By the way, we got pinned in the live chat. We got the new New Year's Eve donation. If you want to get Dance Party, click that donation and be wonderful, wonderful. But yeah, like, no matter what, it looks like Showtime is backing up Mr. Jake. Showtime's got some money behind them. So even if they're not making the pay-per-view buys, they're going to, triple down and, they're going to keep it going with the Jake Paul situation. But, if you keep on not getting those pay-per-view buys, eventually, Showtime's going to be like, all right, see you later, bud. Curl back to Triller or something. Or maybe Jake's going to have no... maybe he just doesn't box again. The guy's making a gazillion dollars. Like Roy said on earlier, we understand the criticism, but at the same time, you got to respect the hustle. Jake Paul he's pulling a fast one on everyone, right? And he just happens to be able to throw a punch. It's not like he can't fight. The guy could box, He's not the best boxer in the world, but he can throw a punch. Tyron Woodley can back that up. But 65,000 pay-per-view buys. And that has to make the MMA fans giggle, and especially like Jorge Masvidal is having a little fun with it. He's giggling because Jorge Masvidal is getting thrown under the bus for counteroffer that was unrealistic. But then you look at the original offer, and when you're making $65K on pay-per-view buys, I think Jake Paul, with that $5 million purse that he was throwing at Masvidal, is incredibly unrealistic. So basically, what are we looking at? WWE type bullshit. That's what's going on here. Jake Paul going back and forth with Dana White, and I don't think Dana White necessarily hates the Jake Paul shtick. I think what Dana's doing right now is he's humoring it. Because during the Atlas interview, if you listen to for yourself, they did kind of ask about it, but then they were going to move on. Dana backed that ass back up and drove this quote into the podcast. Dana's having fun with it. They're going back and forth. Jake Paul's probably like a little mosquito, but this mosquito's, worth some bucks, and maybe down the road they might do business. It's never impossible. So we're just sitting here watching these two go back and forth. We're watching Jorge Masvidal and Nate Diaz, and it's just so silly. Let's see what else he quoted in that thing. Let's see. Alrighty. Ask if he would allow Diaz or Masvidal to head over to the boxing world. Here comes D-Res.
Wonderful.
With an interruption.
Moss, Fun fucking fact, Dr. Atlas, Teddy's dad was the doctor that delivered me at birth on Staten Island.
What? That's wild if it is. Well, yeah, he is from Staten Island, so that's the true thing. Look at that, D-Rest. Had a celebrity deliver him. I thought you were born in a manger, though. Wait, you're not Jesus? Thank you, D-Rest. Appreciate that. Dr. Atlas. I tell you what, I wasn't the biggest Teddy Atlas fan, but as he got older and he was dabbling into both worlds, boxing and MMA, like bouncing back and forth and just kind of putting his 2 cents in, he started to grow on me. He really did. And I listened to this whole damn podcast. I couldn't tell you the last podcast, other than the MMA-Holes, of course, that I sat through. I can't sit through a podcast. I can't just listen. I can't just listen. I got no attention for it, but that I could. It wasn't bad. Teddy Atlas is a weirdly interesting guy. Let's see. So he says, no, that's not happening. You notice he wants to fucking fight everybody. That's not his weight class. Guys that are older and all out of this other bullshit. Go find a boxer. Go hump somebody else's leg, you goofball. That's the boss, Dana White. Firing back at Jake Paul. So there we go. There's the back and forth. Let me know what the chat says, because I'm done talking about this. Honestly, I couldn't either till here, not a full show. There we go, Guido. So you know what I'm talking about. But you know what? We have help from you guys. If it was just me and Jesse, or just me lately, but Jesse will be back on. Putting a baby to sleep. She'll be back shortly. But if it was just me constantly babbling, I mean, what the fuck? I mean, who gives a fuck? No one's that important. I was delivered by some Jewish doctor over at Jewish Memorial. Mosh, you got to listen to the Pat McAfee show. So, okay. He dabbles into every sport, so that's where he loses me. Like I like basketball, I like football, I like hockey, I like that stuff too. But like I don't know, he's going everywhere. Like he's going like it screws with me. Like I kind of want to listen to a show and have an agenda. I don't know, when sports shows talk about every single sport, there's going to be one sport that I'm not too interested about, and then tune out. It's like my friends listening to this. Some of my friends are just not MMA fans. So they don't want to hear me just ranting and raving about MMA. And in the Pat McAfee show, he's got everyone on, right? I don't give a fuck. I couldn't give 2 shits what he has to say. I don't give a... What was he, a kicker? He was like a kicker in the NFL? Turned like mega... Like Sirius XM? Something like that. I couldn't give 2 fucks about him. Although he's doing very well, and I wish him nothing but success. I couldn't give a shit about Brendan Schaub, doing very well. Nothing but success. Joe Rogan, same thing. I couldn't give a fuck. I'll watch the clips here and there. But for some reason, I listened to the entire Teddy Atlas show. Now, he did have Dana White on. Am I going to listen to every Teddy Atlas show? Probably not. But I got through that one. Oh, John Madden's dead, yeah. So, yeah, I'll show you something. It's fucked up, but I'll show you anyway. So, John Madden is like, it's kind of wild that he passed. He was like 85 years old. But, like, when I was a kid, not his age being wild, it's weird that John's not here anymore. Because John Madden with the 6-legged turkey and let me tell you something. Like that. Like his voice, he was football. His football game, when I was a kid and listening to stumble through the broadcast, guy was a legend. So I was talking to you guys about NFTs. Right? And I was just goofing around. I'm going to show you something here that I probably shouldn't show, but I'm going to show it really quick. I was goofing around with just ideas of different NFTs and stuff. And NFTs, basically, if you don't know, it's non-fungible something. Tokens, right? And I'm thinking, you know, I'm just messing around because I have some ideas because I want to make everyone some money. But I'm just horsing around here and I'm goofing around showing little characters. My brother texts me, John Madden dies. So I texted him this back. Jesse wasn't a fan of that. But I was laughing like a little school kid. It was too soon. I made a John Madden NFT out of my little character that I put together. Now, that character was having a lot of things going on. Anyway, let's move on. Rest in peace, John Madden. Buy NFTs with crypto so you can buy invisible stuff with invisible money. Listen, I am going down this rabbit hole of crypto. I mean, my buddy put 10 grand into Bitcoin. He's got 150 sitting there. Just waiting for him now. I don't have 10 grand. But I think I'm going to be investing in some shit. Let's see. Dana White provides a positive update on Francis Ngannou negotiations. That's good. We don't want to see Francis leave. Like, right? We don't want to see Francis hit the road after this fight. Hang around, man. This is a scary guy. So let's see. Nothing has been right here between June 2019 and March. Oh, God, Ariel. Ugh. When was this tweet? This was June 28th. Wait, June 28th. So what the fuck? This is a while ago. All right, good. This is not anything new. All right, I want to see a quote here. Francis and I bumped into each other the other night at dinner. We had a good talk. He's like, I want to stay in UFC, but you treat me very bad. And he's not out of the contract if he wins this fight versus Gane. I think he's got one more fight with us after that. I think that Francis and I had a good conversation. Yes, it was a very good conversation. All right. I think Francis has been misguided, too, by some of the people that aren't very bright. That doesn't help either. He has been shitting on Francis's people. Oh, God. His people got to be... Anyway, when you've got some people behind you that have no fucking clue what they are talking about, it doesn't help the situation. How do you not like Dana? He's such a piece of shit. I love it. I fucking love it, man. Oh, God. Listen, I say it all the time, man. The sport's fun for me. I love doing this, contrary to the narrative out there. We've made a lot of people very wealthy. He's patting himself on the back. Oh, God, I love this guy. If you don't want to be here, if this is not where you want to be, well, that's not fun for you, and it's definitely not fun for me either. These are all grown men and women, and everyone has to make their own decisions in life. Dana White. I just want to be Dana White. God. Can I be Dana's in his 50s now? Got a couple years before I hit my Dana age. I just want to be like all steroided up and like I get to say whatever I want thanks to you guys. If you guys weren't here, I wouldn't be able to say my Dana White comments. I would have to follow some guidelines, and whoever's hiring me, I have to suck their dicks. But thanks to you, I don't have to do that. So thank you, friends. I really appreciate that. Thanks to mybookie.ag. Promo code MMA-HOLES. I don't have to do that. I don't have to suck any dicks, you know? Mybookie.ag. Friends, if you want to gamble on all the sports, you got the Super Bowl coming, man. Super Bowl. Got basketball. Got casino over there. All the UFC bets. I'm in the plus on my MyBookie. Use promo code MMA-HOLES. And you'll receive 100% match on your first deposit. Let's go.
Wonderful.
You like that segue? Shout out to MyBookie. Okay. So Dana White and Francis Ngannou, they're back in bed together. It seems like things are a little bit better. It's just funny, though. He's like, yeah, we had a good talk. And then proceeds to just shit on Francis Ngannou's people. But you could do that when you're the boss. You could say and do whatever the hell you want. So what do you guys think? What's the future for Francis? I want to know in the chat. Does he beat Serial? Does he lose to Serial? Does he fight out his contract and leave? Like, what's going on here? Let me know from the people. The Fukin MMA-HOLES. Come on. Now Nigabot says that he is Paulie. I'm going to have to get rid of that name, man. Like, it sucks because I like that Paulie guy. He was funny. Like, the fart blood comes out guy. But I don't know why he went with the whole racist look. Like, it's just like, it's moronic. I don't know. Like, it's silly because you are in a cancel culture. It is cancel culture. Cancel culture platform in Google. It's like you're asking to just fuck things up for everybody. So what do you think, guys? I mean, I don't want to ban him, but can we make a new name? Can we do that? With what otherworldly power? I don't see him losing anytime soon. Gone destroying him, and that's it. He's done. So Gone destroys him and bounce, and then Francis is donezo. Okay, Francis' manager was on The Bachelorette. That dude also cost some NBA player $80 million. Is that true? What? Oh, God, The Bachelorette is like the worst show ever. And Ngannou waiting for the payday with Jones. Give us a free. Give us a free? I should talk to Kainoto about the NFT thing. Farting blood gets old. Yeah, that gets old too. That's true. Francis has been... I lost you. The UFC should have gone fake an injury and give Ngannou some nobody... Give Ngannou some nobody as his last fight for the interim title to send him out. And then have Gone fight for the title. There's Manny C coming in. If he wins automatically 3-fight extension, when you are a champion, can't leave as a champion. Yeah, that's true, right? That's in a lot of guys' contracts. You win, you're stuck. Oh, I see the Wilberding over here has graduated.
Thank you.
To a blue belt, baby. Let's go.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Who? Yeah, Kainoto, I had you in mind. I did have you in mind, but I'm so... I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know. But I'm thinking about this NFT thing, and it's like it's basically selling art. That's what it is. But the good part about it is when you buy the art, you can get rich too. So it's kind of cool. The MMA-Holes to the moon. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But I got to figure this out. I need something digital, too. I think you do all pen and paper, but do you do anything digital? If you do, we might have to talk. What's that D-Rest? Make a Ghislaine... What's that? Ghislaine Maxwell versus Francis Ngannou NFT?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Unbroken.
Crime and some other annoying people drop the N-word like 5,000 times a stream. They should be kicked out.
Yeah, but they're black. They get away with it, you know? Chrome's half black. And Vlad is, Vlad's Russian. If you donate, it's different. I have a longer leash, but if you're just in the chat being a nudnik, I can't help you there. You got to pay to be racist around here. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Unbroken. Appreciate that. Okay, I know they can do digital. Okay, we'll have to talk. We have to talk. No, he's completely Russian, drunk. What are you talking about? He's not Mexican Russian. He's a Ruski. I know for a fact, you know? 100% Russian-blooded. Okay. All right, let's move on from the Ngannou story and see what else we got. By the way, yeah, we were talking about the Jake Paul situation, and here's his tweet. I was curious to see how he would handle this, the 65K buys, and here we go. The pay-per-view number rumors are bullshit. First fight with Woodley, we sold 500K. Okay, that was the first fight. You sold 500K. It says nothing about the second. Numbers for this are still rolling in, but still looking positive. Not my best business night, but remember, everyone wanted to see me versus Fury, and here's the excuse, and that's what we sold. So the numbers are probably pretty accurate. What are they going to do, fluff it up to 100K? What are we going to do there? It was a fail. Like, this tweet's a fail as well. And then he followed up saying, shout out to Showtime for riding with me and all the fighters on the card, and Tyron for not being a bitch like most of these fighters are. So, hey, listen, Tyron made some money. Jake Paul made a fortune off of this thing. Showtime made nothing. That's good, right? It's good for Showtime. At least they have Morning Combat to make him some cash.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Anyway, I shouldn't do this, but Barry Giga round 1. My boy Cater has some rib issues. Oh, does he have? Is that so? You're going for Giga? I have faith, but not in Rattlesnake. Carry in church. Amen. Minga. He popped hot, says Joseph Roy. Tyron made $2 million per fight with Paul. Yeah, Tyron did all right. On top of whatever else he made. So there's Jake Paul's response. That's his response to this thing, and it's kind of weak. I think he could have responded a little bit better. He just started rattling off excuses and kind of contradicted himself and kind of looked like a... I think he's kind of embarrassed. One fight, he's posting videos on the lawn, throwing money up in the air. And now this fight over here, he says he's going to pay Jorge Masvidal $5 million to fight him. And the guy barely had any pay-per-view buys. So, gearing up for the book of Boba Fett. Haven't seen new Spider-Man yet. How was it? Have not seen it either. And I am dying to see it. I just got to wait for it to hit my app, I guess, because I want to see it in the movies. Oh, God, I saw the rest of the Matrix. It is unbearably bad. Like, it's so bad. Just don't fucking watch it. I clearly like the Matrix. When I was a kid, I thought the sequels were all right. They're not the greatest. But, listen, whatever. This one was just... Ugh! I'm not going to go any more with that. Hey, Carl, how you doing? Don't forget, Jake is only 23 years old. He's young, so if he stays says stupid stuff, just going to let it go. Yeah, listen. No matter what, Jake wins. Jake wins. It's just, we're just basically bringing up Jake stuck his foot in his mouth. 1 minute Jake looked good as Jorge Masvidal retaliated with $20 million, and then... Jorge looks a little silly, and then all of a sudden the script was flipped, and we find out that Jake barely made anything, so he's not going to be paying Jorge Masvidal $5 million. That's not happening. So he's talking out of his ass. And poor Tyron's still falling. He's still falling down, trying to pick himself back up. Dana White saying take a steroid test. It's just a complete circus. But when you don't have any UFC coming up this weekend, this is the bullshit you got to talk about. All right, let's see what else we got here. Darren Till gives reminders to those who complain about fighter pay. All right, here we go. I might get on board with this. What'd you say, Tilly boy? People seem to forget that we got $20 million facility. They're open for all UFC fighters with food, with nutrition, with strength training, with anything you want. Tilto, the MMA Hour. If you want to sleep there, I'm pretty sure you could. And I stayed there for 3 months. Wow, 3 months. I was in Abu Dhabi, though, right? And I was treated like a god by the UFC team, Dana and Hunter. Or in the Vegas facility, I guess. I know he went to Abu Dhabi, too. I'm sure he did some UFC shit there. I thought it was cool when Chris Curtis came on and said that they can order food 24 hours a day. That's amazing. Like, they never have to cook. They have an app, and I'm referencing the Chris Curtis interview, the last one that came on, or it was the one before, I can't remember, one of the Curtis interviews. But he said, yeah, the UFC basically gives them an app and they can just order. You know how much food is? That's damn expensive, especially if you're ordering out every day. So that's cool. They should get medical. Yeah, Suicide Squad was good. I'm with you on that. That was excellent. Every once in a while, a movie slips through the cracks and it's good. Apparently, the Spider-Man movie's great. So here's Darren Till standing up. Obviously, there's flaws in this game for fighters, but before you get on and start criticizing the UFC over whatever, just remember what you've got at your feet. Till explained. It's true, man. Like, I don't even understand it. I'm not going to get into the whole boxing versus UFC, but like UFC is giving these guys a platform. They are giving these guys a massive platform, a mega platform, to brand themselves. They're giving them a stage to showcase and create a character and make a boatload of money. Look at Sean O'Malley. By the way, let me just show this over here. Oh, fuck. What's there? Oh, this is really funny, by the way. I was looking I was like, I'm going down that whole NFT rabbit hole, and I was watching this video, and they're all kids making millions. I gotta keep my finger on the pulse of the youth, man. These kids are just, I don't know, they're figuring everything out. They're bypassing, their intelligence is just way past what us old people are doing.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Here's Kainoto.
Anyone watch Resurrection? Can't wait for the next gaming stream so we can discuss that mess.
It is so bad. I had an argument with someone on Twitter. Well, not an argument, a little back and forth. Just like, what? Like saying, I don't know what everyone's complaining about. Wait, what? Anyway, I can't. Yeah, gaming stream. Shout out to Not the MMA-Holes. Link in the description. Maybe we'll go live tomorrow and just rip that fucking movie apart. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Not the MMA-Holes. So did you guys see this? And shout out to MMA Uncensored. MMA Uncensored on Instagram. Like that guy. Like that guy. He follows us on Instagram, so I like him. I immediately like him. So Sean O'Malley posted a video on his YouTube channel. A nice video. You know, he went around and he just gave out money. And I wish I was in the Walmarts in Arizona, you know? Like, woohoo! I'd be like, yeah, Shawnee boy. Oh, look at me dancing in the streets. So yeah, Sean went out. He took a bunch of ones and 20s. I think those were 20s that he was passing out over there. But he was giving everybody like $100 a pop in the store, just walking around handing people money. And then outside he was passing out 20s. Sugar Sean, doing something nice for the people. Also noticed that there's a thumb in the cast. And I was saying, keep an eye on the man's brittle hands. So he's out there just doing some cool stuff. Look at him. That's pretty cool. You know, I like that. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. And Jesse actually said this. I was watching. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Usually I'm the asshole. Well, Jesse was the asshole this time. Jesse's like, why does he need a fucking camera following him around to showcase that he's nice? And I was like, yeah, you're right. So the dude's like monetizing. He's fucking going around handing out money to people. Right? And he's got a camera following him around, you know, so he could post it on his YouTube channel. What does Cheeto Vera say? You don't need a camera guy to help people, you piece of shit.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So Cheeto agrees with Jesse. Damn, man. And you know what? I watched it. Usually I'm the asshole that says something like that. I watched it. I was like, nice. Good for Sean, you know? It's a nice video. Festive. You know, I was like, that's kind of cool. Jesse shit on it. Cheeto Vera shits on it. So let me know in the chat. What do you guys? I was dying when I saw this. I was dying. I mean, you're gonna have to run this fight back. We're gonna have no choice. What do you guys think about this? Is Jesse right? Is Cheeto right? Cheeto won't do shit to the Sugar Show. A lot of people didn't want his money. Yeah, some people turn it down. I would tell. Were you kidding me? I would take it. Maybe you know what it is. People are so freaked out about COVID. Like money's the dirtiest thing in the world. Some people won't even touch money, let alone a stranger with no mask giving it to them. You know, some people are. I don't know. I would take that money. I don't give a fuck, man. I would take it and run. Cheeto should rematch Sugar at 100. Cheeto is going to be champ once he gets stronger physically. Man, Cheeto does look pretty good. UFC didn't want wish us Merry Christmas, but they said Happy Kwanzaa. That's number one bullshit.
This is number one bullshit.
Is it for YouTube because UFC doesn't pay? He looks like a crackhead. O'Malley only wants to fight unranked nobodies. He's creating a brand. Look at Mr. Beast. He films. So yeah, so I noticed what Sean is doing. He's hanging out with guys like Steve Will Do It. Listen, like I said, I don't hate it because, you know, you can make a career on YouTube, especially if you're using your platform, the UFC, to just pump yourself out there. God forbid the UFC doesn't work out. He gets seriously injured. Now he can fall back on his podcast, his gaming channel, his YouTube. By the way, Sugar Sean O'Malley uses Streamlabs OBS, which is for 12-year-olds. Sean O'Malley, what the fuck? Streamlabs OBS. To any of the nerds out there that know about broadcasting on YouTube and Twitch or whatever, use OBS. Don't use Streamlabs OBS. What are you, 14? Like, what the fuck? Baffled me when I saw that. Are you too dumb to realize how to use OBS? But anyway, he's not dumb enough to market himself. The guy is, you know, he says he's a millionaire. And he's just doing his thing. He's doing his thing. He's handing out cash to strangers. He's just trying to get the word out there. But Cheeto don't think so. He could have not gave people money and just sat on the couch. It's true, right? Or what he could be doing is he can be going on Twitter and complaining about fighter pay. So yeah, listen, he filmed it because he wanted views. That's what he did. He invested in his project. It is a little cringy because when you're doing good deeds, but there's a camera following you around, little sketch. A little bit. But you got to do what you got to do, you know? You got to do what you got to do. And people made out on it. Now, hopefully these people weren't planted. That would be a real... I don't think so. I don't think that's the case. It looks like they were genuine. Look at this one. She's doing the George Jefferson dance. Moving on up to the east side. In a deluxe apartment in the sky. Views equals more money. More money equals more donations. There you go. Cheeto is a hater. He said he makes more on Mercy and Twitch than fighting. I'm sure he makes on merch and Twitch. Yeah, I'm sure he makes a fortune on that. Guys like Danny Duncan on YouTube, Steve Will Do It, and Elk Boys. Like these guys, they make so much in merch. Buy our merch. So much in merch that, I mean, it's obscene the amount of money that they're making on merch. It's sort of crazy. Oh my God! Speaking of money, B-Man with the booby.
Hey, I can see your underwear. Push your boobies in the air, flapping like I just don't care. Can I lick your pubic hair? Snap a picture, time to share. Took my meat vision impaired. Filthy mind, I need a prayer. Pervert cameraman, beware. Pervert cameraman, show them tits. What? Pervert cameraman, $10 tip. Pervert cameraman, Ariel Celeste. Pervert cameraman, show them breasts. Boobies.
B-Man.
WW.
Thank you, B-Man. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Getting this show going crazy. Where's my post? There it is. Question the dude Steve Will Do It. What your thoughts on that van he gave Dana $300K gift? So Steve Will Do It. There are other YouTube channels that are like super salty about it. Like at first I was like, what is up with this Nelk shit? Like it was getting a little dopey after a while. And now I'm like, hey, more power to these kids. They're just making a shitload of money. They're running around UFC events. They're flying on private jets. Go for it, man. But the Steve Will Do It guy, yeah, he gave Dana White a Howlerhead wrapped van that had like just pimped out to the works. Like the TVs, the couch was everything was beautiful in this thing. Kid's got some silly money.
I wanted the Kelly Green No Snowflake shirt for the holidays, but Teespring says fuck off Guam.
Is that out of stock? Oh, man. I'm sorry, Tropic Town can't catch a break, man. So, Jess, what's going on?
What do you mean what's going on?
You excited for 2022?
Yes. I feel that we're blessed to be able to make it another year. But I'm nervous. Naturally.
Like always. What are you nervous about now?
Well, you know, you don't know what 22 is going to bring. Is it going to be better than 2021? Or, I mean, how much worse can it get? You know, kind of thing. Like,
it's going to be amazing.
The unknown.
I think 2022 is going to be great. I think 2022 is going to be the greatest year of all time.
Think so?
In my 44 years of life, 2022 is going to be a spectacular spectacular year from January all the way over to December.
I hope you're right.
I feel like 2022 is going to be bonkers. Anyway, what do you think about this? I threw you under the bus here, Jesse. I thought it was a nice move. You and Cheeto said no.
Yeah. So you told him what I said? I said the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Explained it.
My thing is this. Listen, I am all for doing good things, like good deeds and shit like that. You want to hand out money to people, you want to be a good person, that's fine. But why do you need a fucking camera? Like, why do you need to show everyone else that you're being a good person? You're not being a good person. You're just trying to get content. If you are being a good person, just go out there and give the money without having to prove it to everybody else. Like, what? Like, there's a message. There's a clear message that you're trying to give to the public by having a camera on you, doing these good. It's like when people fucking go out and you see on YouTube, you see like moment of kindness or some random act of kindness and things like that, but they have like a million fucking cameras on a homeless person, a poor fucking homeless person who's clearly struggling, and you got cameras all up in his face because you want to show that you're the good person giving him money. Like, get the fuck out of here. You want to actually help him? Go help him without the cameras.
Wow.
How about that? Did you ever think that maybe he doesn't want a bunch of cameras showing him at his lowest point in life? Like, what the fuck? That is not a good deed. If you're going to go and be a good person, just go be a good person.
Wow.
To keep the cameras out of it.
What about this? If I was Sean O'Malley's PR guy, I would say, hey, listen, this is what you do. You plant a guy with a cell phone, right? And make it look like you give out the money, but make like a guy showing you like doing that, and then just have him put it on social media and then like retweet it. You know what I'm saying? So now you're all over the internet giving out money, but someone else, it looks like someone else posted it. You know what I'm saying? That's the move. You don't just hire someone to fucking, or it probably was his sister doing it, to be honest. I think it was his sister holding the camera.
I think it's so ridiculous.
But maybe he was doing something nice, Jess. How is Jesus supposed to see it if it's not on YouTube? That's a good question. What do you think about that?
I don't know, Moss.
So you're saying I can't give out money to people on camera?
I didn't say that.
Oh.
I'm not saying that.
Should I or no? I
if
shouldn't.
You're honest that the purpose of doing this the sole purpose of you doing this is for content. If you're very honest and blatant to people who are watching, like, listen, I'm just trying to get some fucking content here, or I'm just trying to make myself look like a good person, like, it's one thing. But if you're running around like you're this saint and God's gift to humanity because you're giving out money and, oh, there just happens to be a camera here.
What if we do this, Jesse?
It's not genuine. You
the next public event, we'll walk around giving money. Not much, because we don't have much money. But let's say we'll get $100, we'll break it down. We'll give out fives to people, right? We give out the money, we look at the camera, and we go, for the fucking content.
If you say
right?
For the content.
Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We just throw money in people's faces for content.
Because then people know you're doing it for content.
Okay, that's going to be it.
You're not just out there trying to put across this fake image of yourself to the public.
All right.
You're being honest. Be honest. If he were to say that he was doing this for his channel, for content, completely different story. But he's out here trying to give this fake sentiment to people, and it drives me insane when people do. I see people do it all the time on YouTube, and it drives me nuts. And it doesn't drive me nuts that they're doing good things. I'm grateful that there's still
they're
people
disguising
out
good
there.
things with horrible behavior. Is that what you're saying?
No, I think that they're using like good intentions, but for their own self gain, and it's so fucked up.
Wow.
Like it's.
So you think he's a piece of shit?
Up.
And now this is bad, Jesse, because since he's legit a neighbor of ours, you don't fear that you're gonna walk into Sean O'Malley?
No, I would tell him to his face. Like,
oh my God!
Like just be genuine, man. Like, listen.
Oh.
I love that he was going out there giving out money to people, you know, whatever. But you don't need a camera to follow you around to do it. You don't.
Wow.
And it's funny because I told Moss this morning before Cheeto Vera even tweeted this. So this is how I know that a lot of people feel the same way.
That's why it's actually pretty funny. That's why I brought it up, because Jesse was like shitting on him while I was watching the video, and I was like, oh, it's kind of nice. Like I was like, I don't know, I was for the first time, I was the nice guy. Like you always usually.
It is nice to give money. It is not. It's a very fake image of yourself if you have to have a camera to prove that you're a good guy. If you have to like try and convince people by recording yourself doing good deeds, is it really a good deed, or are you just doing it to convince people for your own personal gain?
Man, if you were God, it'd be tough to get into heaven. You know?
No, I'm not.
You would see right through the scams.
I think you're missing what I'm saying. What he did was nice, but the way he executed it was wrong.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, I put a poll up. We must poll the people. We're going to stick a poll in your face right now. Poll the people. Is Jesse correct about sugar? I mean, this is a very hot take by Jesse. I didn't think about it this way. But embarrassing being the homeless guy who takes it. Yeah, I wonder if he asked.
But it's not about.
Do you think he asked everyone if they want to be on YouTube? Probably not, right?
And a lot of people don't. And that's what drives me nuts. Like, do you think that someone who's probably at their lowest point in life right now, you're offering them $100
that actually is kind of fucked
that they're
up.
more than willing to take, but now you've got cameras up in their face, like, and you're gonna show the world them at their lowest point? Like,
that's true. If he didn't even
really
ask the people, do you
fucked up.
mind being on a YouTube video? But then again, they did see the camera. Hey, you want to be on my YouTube
what are
video?
they gonna say? They're getting $100. What are they gonna say? Oh, can you take the cameras off of me? They're getting $100, so they just have to fucking bite the bullet and take 100.
So he's guilting them to be. Oh my God, this is terrible, Jess.
2022 exclamation mark peace and more blessings to MMA-Holes. Thrive.
Thrive!
Yes, Kevin Lee, are you fucking retarded? Did I say he was giving them to homeless people? No, I was using that as an example.
But you know the answer.
I said I've seen plenty of people on YouTube doing this, and I used homeless as an example. I never once said Sean O'Malley was going out there giving homeless people $100 each. I said he was going out there giving people $100. Please listen. God gave you 2 ears, not one.
Damn. But Jess, you know he's retarded. Why are you gonna rip on him like that?
Well, I try to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Well, no, you never tried. You were waiting to rip on him.
That's true.
So here it is. Cheeto Vera. Here's what he said. Wow, this is a hot topic over here. I'm looking in the poll, but Jess, it's almost even. People are voting, and 57% say, yes, you're correct. 43% say no. No! No! Wow. This is crazy. All right, let's move on. We're going to leave the poll up, see how that works out. What else is the chat saying over there?
If you're in a very rough spot, you're likely to take it. It's definitely scummy. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like what are you going to do? Oh, thanks for the $100 and I get the cameras out of my face? You can't do that. They're gonna just bite the bullet and have these cameras on them when they're clearly uncomfortable just so that they can receive the $100. It's a fucked up move.
Wow.
It is. It's fucked up.
I want you to bring this
Sean
up when you
O'Malley's
see him.
not the only person who has done this, so please don't think that I am simply crucifying Sean O'Malley.
Is Steve Will Do It messed up?
I think, honestly, like,
He's
I
making
don't know,
people
because I don't
cry.
know. Does Steve will do it? Does he
But
tell
he's-
people they're going to be on camera first? Like,
He's giving them
there's a
obnoxious.
fine difference.
No, he's just handing out. But he's handing out obnoxious money to people. Is that still wrong?
I think
Think about that.
honestly, if someone is at a low and you're offering them money, that's a great thing to do. But to record it to make yourself look good is a piece of shit move.
So Steve Will Do It is a clear piece of shit then.
I think it's a piece of shit move. Yeah, if the people he's giving money to don't know that they're going to be recorded
Okay,
in
what
this
about
moment,
this? What if it's life-changing money?
that's great.
Like Steve Will Do It.
I am all for the good deeds. Keep giving out the money. Keep changing people's lives. That's fantastic.
But Steve Will Do
why
It
do
is
you
giving-
need to prove it to the public with a fucking camera?
Steve Will Do It's giving like 30 grand
He's
to people.
doing it for himself,
Okay, but still, he's giving $30,000 to
and that's
people.
fantastic.
But you still think he's a piece of shit?
I think it's a piece of shit move. I'm not saying he's a piece of shit as a person, but I think that move in particular is a very fucked up thing to do.
I would let that piece of shit in my mouth for 30 grand.
A lot of people
I would open up my beard and let him shit right down my
A lot
throat.
of people would.
Would you take the money?
Fuck yeah, I would take the money.
You piece of shit, thank you.
But you just rest my case. What did I say? I said people are just going to bite the bullet for the cameras because they want to receive the money. It's screwed up.
Wow, what a take. So if you're just tuning in, we found out Steve Will Do It's a piece of shit.
You're right, Brewster. It does inspire people to give more, but here's the difference. When you go to someone and say, hey, I'm recording this for my YouTube channel. I'm recording this for content on this or that platform, whatever. Do I have your permission to be on camera? I'd like to offer you some money to get you out of your situation. And you get their permission? That's fantastic. Record it, make content out of it, inspire other people to give. That is great. But when you're not asking people, and nobody knows if you're asking people, you're just walking around with a fucking camera to make yourself look good, you're not doing anything. In fact, you're just encouraging other people to go do the same shit, the same fucked up shit to other people who are in low situations.
But how do you really
So,
feel?
Brewster, please, for the love of God, I know you have something to say about everything, but you think about this.
Oh, shit. You just roasted Punky Brewster. Damn. Just brought that shit back to the 80s. So Jesse and Cheeto Vera. There we go. Can you say that like Alex Jones now?
No.
Info Jess.
All right, I'm off the top. I'm off it. I just had to,
You know what I'm saying?
That's just my opinion.
That's what you should do.
Yeah.
Info Jess.
That should be a segment. Can we do that? We had Chris's rants, and we'll have Info Jess. We just fucking go off.
Sure.
Okay. All right. It looks like the chat agrees. Poor Brewster. Poor Brewster got roasted. We got boom roasted over there. The chat says 61% Jesse's right. Oh, man. This is bad. This is bad news.
Speaking of news, did you get into it yet?
Yeah, well, that was part of the news, but we went back into it because I had a feeling you would go all spastic, so I figured
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
Let's drag you down that road.
I'm over it. I'm just, it just drives me nuts. That's all.
I tell you what, I would take that money immediately.
So would everyone
and I would
else.
say, use me, abuse me, give me that 30 grand. I would take $5 I would take. But I do think we're going to make, I think that'd be a funny bit. We'll give out some money, like $5 a person or something. We have to contact the sponsors, say, hey, can you lend us some scratch? All right, this is the old stories. Let's see. Man, this computer's moving slow as fook. Is it our internet or what?
I don't know, Moss.
This is not the stories, though.
On the website.
Yeah, I know, but it's like it's getting stuck back in here. It's Darren Till. We spoke about Darren Till. He's defending the UFC with Fighter Pay. And whoa, what the hell was that? Oh, it's Gracie. Rickson Gracie explains how infidelity and well-kept secrets helped build Gracie's clan of fighters. What the fuck? The baby's up. Baby's screaming. You want to hear it? Oh, man. Poor Ellie. She's scared. Aw. Poor baby. She heard Jesse's rant and freaked out. Okay. That is Ellie's appearance for the show. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Gracie. Oh, she is screaming. Poor kid. How you doing?
Super chat.
Starting got a new job tomorrow. Happy New Year's, guys. Bam Bam Brian Barberina Pizza Hut food on the delivery truck.
Let me just say something here. Jonathan Wilberdine got himself a new job. Let's go. 2022 is going to be a banging year. Happy New Year. Let's go. Round of applause in the chat. Wow.
Rickson Gracie explains how infidelity, a well-kept secret, helped build Gracie's clan of fighters. Carlson, Rolls, Rickson, Royce, Royler, Rorian. There's a chance MMA wouldn't exist, at least not as we know it today, if it wasn't for the generation of the Gracie family. But building a clan of fighters that big would be nearly impossible, according to Rickson Gracie, without infidelity. Carlos Gracie, who founded Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in the first half of the 1900s, had 21 children with 7 different women. Elio Gracie, his younger brother, had 9 kids with his wife Margarita. Or at least that's the story Rickson said the world was told for decades. One of the greatest fighters to ever come out of the family, the Jiu-Jitsu and MMA legend Rickson released his biography, Breathe. A Life in Flow, earlier this year and revealed that his mother was, in fact, a nanny named Isabel, since Margarita wasn't able to get pregnant. In a 1-hour interview with MMA Fighting's Portuguese-language podcast Troca Ko Franca, Rickson went into detail about his family tree. My uncle and my father had the intention to create a clan of fighters, and, in order to do that, they couldn't be limited to one relationship and 2 or 3 kids, Rickson said. That was why, he said, Carlos was married 6 times and my father got married only once, but secretly had 2 other women who had his kids, and it mixed in a big family. I think that's a truth that has to be told at some point, Rickson added. I didn't know the reality when I was born. I always saw Margarita as my mother, completely, and didn't see any other way. I believed that up until I was 16. After I started connecting the dots and started to make things make more sense, I really understood that my real mother was a nanny that my father had for a long time. With Margarita's agreement, they had a scheme that they had 3 kids. Rickson, born in 1959.
Let's give a shout out. Bruce is getting... Bruce's panties are in a bundle. Let's go.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Explained that Margarita is listed as his mother on his birth certificate and every other documentation. My entire life I was son of Margarita Gracie, he said, when, in reality, I was surprised that's not a fact. Rickson said Rory and Gracie, the co-founder of the UFC, and their brother Relson Gracie are also sons of Isabel, not Margarita. But that's not the case for Helio's other 6 children, including UFC pioneer Royce Gracie and Pride veteran Royler Gracie. When I was 12 years of age, my father asked me, my son, would you like to have more siblings? I said, yes, Dad, but what a weird question that was. I still...
Would you like to have more siblings? Would you like me to fucking plant a couple more seeds into your mom?
Yes, bitch!
Thought I was son of Margarita, Gracie said. We hopped in the car and left the house in Flamengo, and when we got to Botafogo, we got to an apartment in the 6th floor, and when the door opened, one lady showed up and I started seeing heads popping up behind her. There were 4 at that time.
Oh my God.
Rotier, Royler, Royce, and Rerica. Ricci and Robin had yet to be born. That lady was Vera, who worked in the Gracie Academy in Rio de Janeiro. I saw those kids and Elio said, they are all your siblings, he continued. That was a surprise to me, but I can say it was a pleasant one. But, from the point of view of his relationship with my mom, Margarita, she was surprised by those 4 kids. Who later became 6, and it was traumatic because she hadn't agreed with it, and she probably didn't know about this story either. At the time, Elio was a respected man in the martial arts world and in Brazilian society. To hide her husband's infidelity, Rickson said Margarita used pillows to pretend she was pregnant with their first 3 kids.
Oh my God.
Rickson thought less of Elio as a husband after noticing how much his other children with Vera hurt Margarita. She was disappointed when she found out about it, and I started seeing a side of I wouldn't call disrespect, but lack of love, lack of partnership, that bothered me at the time, he said. I didn't want a girlfriend that had that type of relationship with me, a weak relationship, of not knowing what I do, not being okay with the things I want, etc. That was not what I wanted for me in a relationship, and was a reference for my future. I saw that in my mom, Margarita, even though she did it all for love, it got to a point where her depression, her sadness for not being able to satisfy him through her own powers, she felt like she didn't succeed in the end.
Could you imagine what was going through her head? Like to guys were like, yeah, man, what a pimp. That poor woman, she's like, I can't satisfy him. He's just slinging dick everywhere. But it was for the greater good, right?
I felt a lack of joy as she got older, and that impacted me a lot thinking about it, seeing this relationship, that's not something I wanted for my life. Even though I admired my father as an example, as a general, as someone with many qualities, on the relationship side, I felt he lacked a bit. When you're a kid, 12 or 13 years of age, you don't understand much of life. But when you see your mother crying on a corner for no reason, you say, Mom, are you upset? She says, no, my son. She tries to hide it. You begin to understand things that exist between the lines, things that aren't written or shown, but there is an emotional effect there. Why is my mom upset? You begin to understand something that is under the rug. Then you have to act as if you feel comfortable with what's going on. Keeping the story a secret for over 6 decades in a family as big as the Gracies is impressive, and Rickson laughed when asked how it was kept from the public for so long. I'm just a victim of the product, he said. The former Vale Tudo fighter said he kept in touch with his birth mother Isabel after discovering the truth, but apparently she didn't feel comfortable making it public either. After it was uncovered, she kept being company of the family, a partner, going to our house and visiting, Gracie said. And we always treated her differently, as a unique nanny that later transformed into mother number 2, you know? We treated her nicely, but she never opened up about that fact, never opened up about being our mother. We never spoke openly about it. The only time I tried to talk to her about it, I was already married. I think it was in 2006 or 2008, and she said no one in her family knew about that yet. She kept it a secret. Since she wanted it that way, I didn't want to force anything by coming now as a new son. I felt a bit uncomfortable in a sense of opening up and being disappointed with something she might do, so I accepted that that would be a positive distance between us. Rickson Gracie explains how infidelity, a well-kept secret, helped build Gracie's clan of fighters. Carlson, Rolls, Rickson, Royce, Royler, Rorian. There's a chance MMA wouldn't exist, at least not as we know it today, if it wasn't for the generation of the Gracie family. But building a clan of fighters that big would be nearly impossible, according to Rickson Gracie, without infidelity. Carlos Gracie, who founded Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in the first half of the 1900s, had 21 children with 7 different women. Elio Gracie, his younger brother, had 9 kids with his wife Margarita. Or at least that's the story Rickson said the world was told for decades. One of the greatest fighters to ever come out of the family, the Jiu-Jitsu and MMA legend Rickson released his biography, Breathe. A Life in Flow, earlier this year and revealed that his mother was, in fact, a nanny named Isabel, since Margarita wasn't able to get pregnant.
Anyone, you guys want to keep going? I notice you guys are pretty fired up right now. You're enjoying it. What a topic. Damn, man. Fucking nuts, though. I didn't know the whole story. I had no idea. I knew there was like a lot of, different moms in the picture, but my goodness. Okay.
In a 1-hour interview with MMA Fighting's Portuguese-language podcast Troca Ko Franca, Rickson went into detail about his family tree. My uncle and my father had the intention to create a clan of fighters, and, in order to do that, they couldn't be limited to one relationship and 2 or 3 kids, Rickson said. That was why, he said, Carlos was married 6 times and my father got married only once, but secretly had 2 other women who had his kids, and it mixed in a big family. I think that's a truth that has to be told at some point, Rickson added. I didn't know the reality when I was born. I always saw Margarita as my mother, completely, and didn't see any other way. I believed that up until I was 16. After I started connecting the dots and started to make things make more sense, I really understood that my real mother was a nanny that my father had for a long time.
Okay. How long is this fucking story? Oh my God. All right, we get it, man. Oh, that was amazing. What a story.
Wonderful, wonderful.
You guys want me to play it again?
The Gracie B. modding Genghis Khan, raping all the women to birth an army of martial artists. BJJ raw dogged style for all M women.
Rickson Gracie explains how infidelity, a well-kept secret, helped build Gracie's clan of fighters.
Anyway, thank you, Sonosi. Appreciate that. Sonosi in D-Rest Studios of Arizona. My God. All right, so there we go. Look at that. That's a fucked up situation.
Wonderful.
Oh boy.
Rickson was so relieved to find out that his mother was not slandering him by calling him a son of a bitch.
Oh, that poor woman, though. Could you imagine? But, I mean, like shoving pillows in your shirt and stuff like that, it's time to go. Time to hit the road. Dana White offers Jay. All right, we did this over here. Let's see. Chris Weidman on Jake Paul. Why aren't we hearing him call Anderson Silva out? Do you want us to answer that question? Like, I mean, why are you asking stupid questions, Chris? The real question is, why are you asking a dumb question? You're not that dumb of a guy. This is courtesy of MMA Fighting. Or just MMA. I don't know what happened here. I think that's the real question. Right, Chris? We all know the answer, so why are you asking stupid? Is that a rhetorical question? Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley rematch bombed on pay-per-view. Said, yeah, fewer than 65,000 units. We showed the Jake Paul tweet earlier, if you just jump it in, and he defended it in this weird, bizarre, the pay-per-view numbers. Rumors are bullshit. First Woodley fight. The pay-per-view number, oh, God, number rumors are bullshit. First fight with Woodley, we sold 500K. So you're addressing the second, saying they're bullshit, and then you back it up with the first fight. Numbers for this one are still rolling in, but still looking positive. So there's nothing in this tweet that gives us any evidence that you are making any more pay-per-view buys. Not my best business night, but remember, everyone wanted to see me versus Fury, and that's what we sold. So just a series of excuses. You know, I was telling Jesse, I can't stand excuses. No matter what, I just can't fucking stand them. And that's what Jake Paul's doing. He's just sitting there on the twits and just pouring excuses out there that just aren't sticking. It's just silly. Welterweight Nate Diaz left Jake Paul fight before Tyron Woodley was knocked out because team were getting what? Because his team were getting booed? So he didn't get to see the knockout? I thought he was in the building for the knockout. Did you know that, Jess? I didn't know that either. Nor do I care. Okay, so here, Pearl Gonzalez. Let's bring up the mood. Pearl Gonzalez had some butt surgery. So after the surgery, she shows a little side butt, and internet's going crazy. There it is. There's some more side butt. What did they put in there? Like what the hell? Did they put in a ham in there? Or like
no.
What did they stick in there?
No, I actually don't even know if it was a butt surgery. But here, let me just.
She had anal with the doctor. What happened?
Let me.
By the way, the poll has, is Jesse right about sugar? And 100 votes in. 56% say yes, and 44% say no.
Hold on, let me.
I think that's kind of gross, to be honest with you. Like injecting your butt to make it look bigger. It's kind of nasty.
Hold on.
No?
Hold on.
Am I weird about that? Like, what do they put in there? They put in a spare tire back there?
Yeah. Let's see. According to New York Post. Man, this is slow, right, Moss?
Yeah, our interwebs are jammed up.
The interwebs?
Let me get off. By the way, if you missed the interview with Mr. Roybert Echeverria, run it back and let us know in the comment section what you think. Real nice guy, 7-0, undefeated.
Yeah, so it wasn't butt surgery.
Oh.
She is undergoing surgery about a month after her BKFC event against Britton Hart. It was an injury that she was waiting to get taken care of.
Oh, okay.
But she decided to make it sexy by posting butt pictures
what a fucking
from
weirdo.
The surgery room.
Oh, my God. So she didn't get butt implants. All right, so her butt's looking all right.
Yeah. But from a surgery room where a nurse could walk in at any moment.
I tell you what, this is unbelievable. Like I can't hate on what she's doing here. I mean, listen, you have a pocket of time as a woman where you could do this, you know? So she's just trying to get it all out of her system before it all hits the wall.
I mean,
you know, but it's sad. She was a UFC fighter, now bare knuckle fighter, and now she's an Instagram thought.
You do you, boo boo.
Hey,
whatever
if she's making
works.
money off of it, go for it. You know, I'm all about that. But my God, what are we doing? It's kind of embarrassing, no? How many people beat off to this in the chat? Be honest, chat. But I don't know. It's weird. It is weird. Like I can't hate the game. But what is the game? Is she making money off? Like if she just posts this on Instagram, what's she getting out of that?
Attention.
Shout out to my sponsors. Here's my ass. Yeah, Pearl Gonzalez. She's a pretty girl, but it's kind of sad, you know, because you know everything's gonna hit the wall, and then what's she gonna do? Right? What is she gonna do?
I don't know, Moss.
When you rely on your looks to make a living, it's not gonna end well. You know, like, right? It never ends. It never works out well unless you make an obscene amount of money or marry someone that's incredibly rich, where you can just kind of fall off the face of the earth. But what do you do? Because what's going to happen? She's going to start getting these crazy surgeries. Look at Karen Bryant. Karen Bryant's gotten, oh my God.
She doesn't do surgery, Karen
No,
Bryant.
but I can't rip on her anymore.
Why?
Because she used to be a pretty VJ back in the day, right? Now she looks like Skeletor, right? And she did a live stream.
Everybody gets older.
She did a live stream on, I know everyone gets older. Look at me. I'm fucking ancient. Thank God I don't rely on my beauty. But Karen Bryant was doing a live stream with, what's her name? The girl that farted
Angela
on me.
Hill?
Yeah. Angela Hill, the hair all out and everything. Angela Hill was in The Ultimate Fighter. She looked like a gargoyle, like stinky, farty girl. And then all of a sudden, she's like this Instagram model. It's bizarre. She was disgusting on The Ultimate Fighter. Like, she was skeevy and disgusting. And now she's like this pretty girl. Like, what happened?
People change.
She cleaned herself. She took a shower. I don't know what the hell happened. Now all of a sudden, she's pretty. Anyway, Karen Bryant's doing this live stream. There's, 20 people watching?
I don't know. I couldn't even watch this.
And I'm like, I'm like, what? 20 people. Now listen, 20 people, you put 20 people in a room? That's a lot of people. But Karen Bryant is like a UFC personality. She's been around forever. She has these UFC fighters on the show. They're doing shows together. 20 fucking people. And Karen Bryant, during the show, made mention of how she's getting depressed. And 2022 is going to be her year and blah, 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 blah. But she's depressed because she looks at the analytics and she feels she should be doing more.
Well, she does work hard. Like, she is a hustler. So I'm sure it's not an easy feeling if you're hustling and hustling and hustling and you're not seeing any results. Like, I'm sure that that's not an easy thing to
you're
take.
getting older. You're a woman that, listen, when she was
Well,
a VJ.
I don't think she cares about that.
But when she, well, I mean.
The reason I don't think she cares is because she does have a very well-established job with the UFC. So she has really nothing to worry about with regards to looks.
But the views are going down because she's not the hot vixen out there that's giving her opinion. You know what I'm saying?
I think it has more to do with content.
Trust me. If she was hot, she would have more than 20 people watching.
Let me ask you a question. Why do people watch
us?
Joe Rogan? Is he some hot young vixen? No,
because
they watch him because he has good content. And she would be in the same boat. It has nothing to do with her looks.
No.
It's the content.
Wait. Oh, so you're saying her content sucks? Yes, her content's always sucked.
Well, I didn't say it sucks. I'm just saying people clearly aren't buying into it. So maybe she's just got to spruce it up a little.
Is it because she talks like this? You got the voice. Now your looks are falling apart. It's sad. And I was watching this, and I actually was like, I'm kind of bummed because I would shit on Karen. The only reason why I'd shit on Karen is because her cunt rag of a husband banned us for me dropping a goat with an emoji pointing to the MMA-Holes. I mean, not the biggest thing in the world. Banned us and banned everyone else in the chat. God forbid I put a goat pointing to me, which I'm just stating the truth. Banned us. So I never liked Karen ever since that, right? And then made a video about us, the trolls. And then she was kind of off my radar, to be honest, after that.
Yeah, like Karen Bryant is like the least of my concerns.
But then when I sat there and this thing popped up on my recommendations, I watch it. Well, I didn't watch the whole thing, but I watched to the point where she complained or got a little sad. And I was like, that is kind of sad. That is.
Because you realize they're human too, Moss.
But relying on your looks is a problem.
I don't think that's what she's doing. I really don't.
Oh my God.
I don't think she's
now
relying
it's.
on her
But
looks.
here's the thing: when she was a VJ, she was a young, pretty girl that was used for the looks. She happened to be able. She was well spoken, which helped, of course.
She knew what she was talking about.
But her personality wasn't like the best fucking personality in the world. It just so happened she was like, easy on the eyes. Now, not so much. Looking like a California raisin out there, with this big ass. I don't know what the Ronald McDonald hair.
I don't. Yeah, I can't side with you on this one.
But what I'm saying is, all right, let me put it to you this way. Guys get older. They could still produce,
People don't watch guys for their appearance.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
But people don't watch all females for their appearance either.
But listen, do you think Laura Sanko would have a job right now in the UFC? If she's very intelligent, she's very good.
You're really dabbling into
if Laura Sanko,
hot water.
Hold on, if Laura Sanko was a gremlin,
yeah,
would she be there?
I think she would. She knows what she's talking about.
She's
she knows
very
what
good.
She's doing. She speaks extremely well. I mean,
yeah, she's great.
Yes.
But she used her looks to get there.
No. Women don't just use their looks to get to where they are. Maybe they're actually good at what they're doing.
You're living in a fantasy world. Because listen, I didn't make the rules.
Or maybe you're still living in 1980
I didn't make the rules.
something.
But let's be. I'm being completely truthful here, and that's the problem, and that's why I like Teddy Atlas. People want it. I mean, some people don't want to hear the truth, but me personally, I want to hear someone speak hard facts. I don't want to sugarcoat shit here. I want to speak hard facts. You went hard on the Sean O'Malley thing. That was your hard opinion and whatever, right? But in this situation here, there are facts. And when it comes down to Laura Sanko, she is excellent. I think Laura Sanko will be on the commentary team when it comes to the pay-per-views. I think she's better than Paul Felder. I think she's great. But she wouldn't be there. She wouldn't have to claw herself to the position unless she had big tits and a beautiful face.
I disagree. I do. I disagree. And this is coming from a female perspective, and I get it. Like, I get where you're coming from because as men, I'm sure you guys would rather watch a pretty face than, you know, watch a woman who knows what she's talking about who looks like a fucking mongoloid. You know? I get it. But as a female, I can tell you this much. It's not like Laura Sanko just came in there like, oh, I'm pretty. I'm just going to get where I want to go. It didn't work that way. You know what I mean?
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
I understand.
Think about
this
this.
is coming from your perspective as a male.
I'll debunk your theory right now. How many female women are in the game?
A lot.
Who? Name
Laura
them.
Sanko, Megan O'Leary, Karen Bryant, Angela Hill.
How many commentators are in the game? I mean, in the regional scene, you got a couple of fighters out there that are doing it. But, I mean, in the big game, the big dance and stuff like that, there's none. They're all guys. You know? And it's not because it's a sexist thing. It's because... I mean, maybe it is a sexist thing. It is a sexist thing. But that piggybacks off of what I'm saying here. Okay? Unfortunately, if Laura Sanko had the face of a gargoyle, no one would even know who she is. She's very intelligent.
Okay,
but no
here's
one,
one for you. You've said before that Kayla Harrison was not attractive to you, correct?
Kayla Harrison.
You said it.
Yes. Yeah. I'm not like she's not my cup of tea. Yes.
Right. Kayla Harrison has also done commentating for, what was the organization she did it for? Someone help me out.
Help me, because I have no idea what
She did do
you're talking
commentating, but you don't think she's attractive.
What
she made it.
You don't even know.
Yeah, I can't recall the organization.
That's what I'm saying.
But she did do commentating.
She can't even fight in the UFC. She can't even sniff the UFC. But you know what?
She'd be smart not
Let me
to.
be honest with you. If Kayla Harrison was easy on the eyes, Dana White would have fucking jumped through fucking hoops to sign her on the UFC, no matter what. Right? Let me ask you that. Kayla Harrison on the market, Dana's like, test the waters.
I don't know.
If she didn't look like Woody Harrelson, if she didn't look like White Man Can't Jump, if she didn't look like fucking Carnage, Kayla Harrison would be in the UFC.
I don't know, Moss.
Facts.
Invicta,
Sad but true.
Is that what it was?
Sad but true.
Invicta. She did commentating for.
Anyway, let's move on. Let me know in the chat. Actually, let me know what the chat what you think. Curious.
She's commentated the Special Olympics bowling match. If Kayla was a babe, she'd make more. Look like Paige. All her success. I mean, she's making millions. What do you mean she'd make more? She is making millions. She is the smartest woman in combat sports right now. She stayed in the PFL because she knows she's thriving, and she knows she's gonna win that milli every single fucking time.
Hold on a second. She wants to leave the PFL.
Good for her, and if she does, she's still gonna make millions. She's gonna make so much money. Kayla Harrison. Then this is my point. It does not require looks. It doesn't.
No.
It just requires for you to be good at what you're doing.
Oh yeah. Being good helps. Listen, Amanda Nunes wasn't like the looker, right? But she was so good that she forced herself into the position where she was in. If you're good enough, looks don't even matter, right? But look at Paige Van Zandt. Paige Van Zandt comes into the UFC, a freaking ring girl, right? Comes into the fucking UFC because of her looks and has half decent fighting skills.
You're going off of one
Think about
fighter
that.
who
would she be in there?
Arguably just throws around half naked pictures of herself.
Would
every
Paige
day.
Van Zandt ever be in the UFC? Would she have ever been in the UFC if she wasn't pretty?
I don't know. See, it's weird when you're just narrowing it down to the UFC because you know Dana White only capitalizes on the pretty one, or mostly capitalizes on the pretty
It's just a big
ones.
It's a big company just trying to make people pay money, right? And people want to see the pretty girl. People want to, it's sad but true. You don't want to see Schmiegel fighting for a belt. You want to see someone like Pearl Gonzalez.
If Schmiegel is good, yes, I do.
Yeah, you're speaking from the female perspective, and it's not wrong. But unfortunately, it's just, how it is. Look at this guy. Look at this looker. If women look like Nick Diaz, you think they'd be fighting in the UFC? But he's got a peen. What's this story?
John McCarthy says Nick Diaz is a good guy and he's misperceived by fans, saying he's not a thug or not the thug that he makes you think he is.
Oh.
My computer dies. I can't read the story to you, but yeah, it pretty much sums it up.
There's 2 joints over here, by the way. Look.
What's up, Canada?
Is that the first time we're seeing 2 joints?
Well, he has a mask on. You can't really see him.
Hi, Jesse and Chris. Hello, my name is Canada. There's 2 joints. Look at this.
What's up, 2 joints?
Here's 2 joints over here. Oh, see, 2 joints got caterpillar eyebrows as well. See, join the caterpillar club.
All men do. What do you mean?
That's good.
As well.
I have caterpillar eyebrows.
Yeah, all men. I don't know. There's only one man that I know that does his eyebrows, and that's your friend.
I know about, I think all my friends do their eyebrows.
I have never met another man who does his eyebrows.
All my friends do their eyebrows. And I am
That's
the only one that
weird.
doesn't do it. Yeah,
I
it's
don't
fucking
think men
odd.
should be doing their eyebrows.
I don't think so either. But imagine 2 joints with plucked eyebrows.
It's a little effeminate.
You know what? If they would pluck their eyebrows, if I plucked my eyebrows, we'd have more viewers watching us. You know?
Well,
maybe I should.
Maybe we should pluck your eyebrows.
Yeah, let me pluck my eyebrows.
Can I see your eyebrows? Yeah, I don't know. They got a little bit of a natural shape to them.
But my eyebrows are light, so I can get away with them. And then actually, they don't look that bushy.
But you have to pluck them and then you have to shape them.
Why I can only put one eyebrow up but not the other. But I can't put the other one up.
A lot of people can't do it.
Why? I'm like
same.
Stroke.
I'm the same way. This is me.
Why can't I put the other one?
I'm the same way. I can't do it.
I think my eyebrows are better than yours.
Are you kidding? My eyebrows are on fleek every day.
I don't even touch my eyebrows. Mine are better than yours. All right, me, you, or 2 joints. Who's got the best eyebrows?
Me, of course.
Why are we doing? Anyway, it's 2 joints. Shout out to 2 joints. All right.
Yeah.
Hope you're safe. Why do you have your mask on?
Isn't he sick? Isn't 2 joints sick?
Oh, is he? Get well. Get well.
Are you sick? I don't know. I heard somewhere that you were sick.
I didn't tell Jessie the story, but I'll tell her on air to freak her out. So I was walking down the stairs. What was it?
Are you gonna say someone coughed on you?
Not this gym experience, but the was it Monday? So today's Wednesday. Yeah, Monday.
I fucking knew it.
So I'm walking down the stairs, right?
And there's this
this little Oompa Loompa girl that's coming up the fucking stairs. I just wanted to kick her down the stairs. She's walking up the stairs and she's just like not even cover your fucking mouth, put it in. She's and just like and I'm like, whoa, like I'm dodging that shit like the Matrix, like this on the fucking stairs. I'm like, what the? I'm fine. I'm not sick. But still, like, what is up with now? She's gonna have a freaking heart attack and shove a million corona tests.
I have told this man.
What is that?
And you weren't feeling well today, and you wouldn't take a test.
No, I'm good. I'm fine. But tomorrow I might die. But that was crazy. I'm like, what? What are you doing?
Wonderful,
you stupid, selfish bitch.
Ring girls are in the UFC because of their brains, and CNN hired Ben Stein because he makes women's panties damp. On a serious note, men should never be holding a card showcasing the round number. Elias Theodorou should be hung for that showcase.
Okay, but here's the difference. Like, I get the sarcasm and stuff, but here's the difference. A ring girl is supposed to be pretty. Like, that was the whole point of the job, right? I'm talking about jobs that don't require looks, but require your intelligence and require you to be good at what you're doing.
Listen,
being a commentator doesn't require looks. Look at DC. I mean, I'm sorry, DC. I love you. You're an awesome fighter. I'll always be a fan, but not like the most appealing to the eye.
The same rule.
Joe Rogan.
Jess, the same rule doesn't apply to men. This is the point we're trying to make.
No, the point I'm trying to make is he's referring to a job that requires a woman to be pretty. A ring girl requires them to be pretty.
Jess,
that's like part of the job description. You can't use that as an example.
I brought you on the show because I thought you were pretty.
But I didn't come on the show because I thought, oh, my looks will get me here.
I milked you for looks.
You milked it.
That's true.
Not
and it
me.
worked. Until you got knocked up and then it all fell apart.
Well, whose fault was that?
No, but it's true, though. Unfortunately, guys are just shallow pieces of shit. That's what guys are.
Well, yes, I get it.
Right?
Guys are very,
That's what guys are.
What's the word?
Shallow.
No. Superficial, right? They have very superficial.
Women aren't like that. Women are better than us. They are. They're just superior in the fact that they don't
Women can look
read
past
a book by its cover. Why are we talking over each other?
They can look past image and more into like what actually got them there. or what they believe actually got them.
Yeah, they don't judge a book by its cover. Most women. Some do, though. I know women that are very superficial, and there are a lot of people that women like that.
A lot of people can be superficial. But regardless, off topic, like all I'm saying is it's easy to like point out a job that requires you to be pretty and then a job that you're supposed to be intelligent and know what you're doing.
Give me an ugly host in the UFC. Give me an ugly one.
A host?
Yeah, a female. Give me a female personality.
You can't say in the UFC because there's so limited females right now working.
Other than Karen Bryant. Give me the Schmiegel. Give me the girl that's like, not that pretty.
You can't do that. There's not that many women working for the UFC right now.
And what's the common denominator?
What do you mean?
They're all pretty.
Coincidentally, they're all pretty?
It's a coincidence.
Listen, they're on TV, Moss. Of course they're going to look for someone who's a little more appealing to the eye, right?
Can you point out the sloth in the UFC? Where's the sloth? That doesn't happen. Yeah, Helen Yee, but she doesn't work for the UFC.
And I don't think Helen Yee is all that ugly. I think you guys are really fucking hard on her.
She's too vase face. Not for me, man. Not my type. Looking like the Sixth Sense. Like, I'm not Sixth Sense. She's looking like Signs.
You guys are a little too hard on Helen Yee.
I tell you what, man. I didn't believe into aliens. When I saw Helen Yee, I was like, whoa, there are definitely other life forms.
That's so mean. You guys are so
let's
mean.
move on. So we saw 2 joints. Oh, that's it. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
All women are queens. There you go. See, that's one way. I do wish that's how everything went. It just sucks because, and I understand what Jesse's saying, but I'm just trying to speak fact here. It just sucks how it is.
Listen, I get it. In no way are you wrong that people look for the more appealing person visually, especially when it comes to a job that is on television or a job that you're going to be seen by a bunch of people. I get it. People don't want to, they want to look at something that's appealing to them.
What Bruce says, Roxanne Modafferi's not getting hired to work on the desk.
All I'm saying is that's not the sole requirement for a woman to get a job on national television.
She was great in Saved by the Bell. She was great. Yeah, it's fucked up. So to circle back around, it's now I think you understand more what I'm saying about Karen Bryant. It's sad because now it's like, what does Karen Bryant do? Her voice is all scratched up, I guess, from all the years of broadcasting. Or does she smoke? I don't know what the hell.
Maybe that's just her voice.
She sounds like Marge's sister. But Karen Bryant, what's next? Eventually, the UFC, they're holding on. But eventually, the UFC's going to be like, okay, you're the last of the gremlins. We got to get you out of here. Eventually, the UFC's got to cut ties. I feel like they're keeping Karen around just because they feel bad. Let's be honest.
Listen, the UFC's a big company. They don't keep anyone out of pity. They're obviously keeping her because she brings value other than her looks, Moss. Just give the woman some credit. I know like we've been at odds with her before and shit like that, but give her credit. She is very good at what she does.
Not really. I've seen better. Just saying. I've seen a lot better. It's a lot better than Karen Bryant out there. Hey, guys, we are done. When's the next UFC fight? Let's look. Big shout out to Roybert Echeverria, man. Real nice guy that we met on the show tonight. 7-0. Guys on a nice little run. If you want to check out the interview, run it back to the beginning of the stream. Jump into the comments section and let us know what you think. I'm going to go to the tap. What do we have here? I miss when PFL had New Year's Eve. That was fun. So the UFC Fight Night with Calvin versus Giga Chikadze is the 15th. So we do have some time. It's right around the corner. Before we know, we'll be back into the UFC flow. So here's the card here. Wow, Chukagi and Maia is the co-main? Ugh. Oh, my God. Wait, why do we not have Pereira as co-main? What are we doing? I understand they're ranked, right? I guess it's kind of interesting. No, it's not. When was Chukagi ever in a fun fight?
I don't know.
Oh, my God. Oh, for fuck's sake. This is our co-main. This is what we're going to start the year with? Oh, Royville. I like him a lot. Man, this guy should have been a champ. Keeps falling flat in the big fights. But Brandon Royville's, he's insane. Yo, why isn't Royville the freaking... How is he not headlining the prelims? Brito versus Algeo. That's all right. And here we go. Brian Kelleher's back. All right, so yeah, Chase Sherman, some known guys. All right, maybe it's not that bad. The co-main, what are we doing? But then again, the main event's good. Giga and Cater's going to be fighting with a chip on his shoulder. Cater, what the last fight was 11 months ago. Feels like Man, Max really took it to him, and then got Giga on his win streak. Giga looks like a Gumby character, right? You know what I'm saying? He looks like he's claymation.
Oh, Mas.
Or that Morph cartoon that Ellie watches. He looks like a Morph character.
Oh, yeah. Have you guys ever seen the show Morph? Am I allowed to get off topic now that we're at the end of the show?
How's the song go?
Remember that.
That's how the song goes. It's shout to the UK.
Ellie is bizarrely into claymation. Like, you would think she'd be into cartoons, but she likes claymation. It is the weirdest thing.
Giga looks like an earthworm, they're saying. What does Giga look like to you? It looks like a light bulb with hair.
Matrix, Mas.
All right, so they agree with Jesse in the poll. I'm going to take that off about Sean O'Malley. Jess, no one tickled the fucking 2022. Maybe Friday, Jess.
New Year's Eve.
Hopefully, man. That donation makes me fucking dance, you know? It makes me dance.
It actually is a pretty good one, yeah.
All right, what do you think Giga looks like? And then we're going to get out of here.
All right, Guido says, hey, we all like what we like. Wallace and Gromit is Rick James. Bruce says, cartoons move too fast for babies. Carl Gray says, what show? It's called Morph. Right? It's called Morph?
Yeah, but it's a kid's show.
Yeah. It's like 3-minute segments of claymation. And she's glued. It's so weird.
It probably took him like a week to make
a 3-minute show.
Yeah. Maybe even more than that.
Gian Volante, 8 versus 6. Morph rules. So J-Don't knows what Morph is. What is that? Show Ellie the Californian raisins.
Man, I haven't seen that in years.
What is that?
California. I've heard through the great
super chat.
Mr. Mushroom coming in last minute.
Best show in this universe. Mushroom Man, smiley face,
Mr.
heart.
Mushroom Man.
Wonderful.
And once we get that team together, I was touching on this today with Jesse. Once we pull together the team, the MMA-Holes team, where we put more depth, more personalities on the show, more of everything. Once we hit the streets again, oh man, this channel is going to take over the food. Get the fook out of the way. That's all I got to say. Get the fook out of the way. It's going to be wild.
Yes.
But this is the last show of 2021.
Super chat.
Super chat. What do we got here?
Happy New Year.
Oh, we did it in super chat. But Brad, oh my God, he did it in super chat.
Aw, shoot.
But you know what? I'll stand anyway.
Dang it. We didn't get this song.
I'll stand anyway.
Wonderful.
I can't believe it. So it's the Streamlabs link in the description.
Yeah,
That's the song.
Oh, damn it.
What a bummer. I was
Thank
actually
you,
excited
Brad.
to hear that. I saw the 2022 come and I'm like, and then I saw the super chat.
That was blue balls. But thank you, my friend. That was really nice of you. Look at that. Brad dropping to 2022. Unfortunately, it was the super chat. But it's all good, man. It's all good. We appreciate it.
That was still nice of you.
That was really nice. All right, so Jess, look at the chat. This is the final show of the 5th season of the MMA-Holes TGIW
Wowzer.
extravaganza. What's your final thoughts?
I don't really have any final thoughts. It's been a weird one this year, guys. It's been a weird one, but we overcome and adapt to every situation. And, I don't have any regrets. I think we're going to come back 3 times as strong in 2022, and we're going to have the best year yet on the MMA-Holes. I believe it. Thank you so much to our sponsors.
Wait.
What?
I want to say.
Okay, all right, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
Guys, thank you. The final studio show here on the MMA-Holes channel. It's been a magnificent run, 5 years strong. People are saying 2020, 2021, 2020. Oh, I wait for the next year. Wait for the next year. 2022 is going to be fantastic and wonderful for all of you. All the people of the chat. I believe in 2022. So everyone, thank you. and get ready for the roller coaster ride, because we're about to take this channel to Pound Town. We're about to take this channel to Pearl Gonzalez's ass. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying anymore. All right, bye.
All right, thank you so much to our sponsors, MyBookie, Mystic Roots, CBD.com, Polymarket. I'm drawing a blank, Moss. Polymarket, ESPN Plus, and I said MyBookie. Headrush, thank you so much. Use promo code MMA-Holes. That's MMA-HOLES for all of your discounts on all of your favorite products. We will be live again on Friday night for a New Year's stream. So make sure you guys are there hanging with us. And yeah, can't wait to see you then. Don't be an a-hole, be an MMA-Hole.